The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Hey, Dad, this is $1 beat.
BoxingVoice.com.
No matter what nobody say, man, spirit can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
$1 Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, your kids still gotta eat.
Oh, we gonna cut that short. We are live, ladies and gentlemen, and right now, ain't wasting no time. Gary Russell Jr. is live on the call with us, and we're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit of everything, man. We're gonna slow this one down. I know a lot of you guys are excited, and there are a lot of questions, but I want to slow it down, man. First and foremost, I want to thank Gary Russell for coming on the show. We appreciate you taking out the time to be on the Boxing Voice with us, and I want to congratulate you, man, because it is a two-way street, but I feel like you have used your social media properly. You've been making a lot of waves in the last 60 days, and Gary Russell's name is definitely just continuing to climb. Yeah, man, just thank you for coming on the show. How are you?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm peaceful at the moment. I'm a little sore. You know what I'm saying? We just got out of the dungeon, man. I just been putting some work in recently. I know y'all done seen some of the workouts that we do, man. Don't nobody do that shit but me.
Yeah, man. So I guess I want to start with the Terence Crawford thing. I know that's what you wanted. You made, I mean, like, again, you've used social media perfectly. You've kind of explained that it was a personal situation. So I'm not interested in the money. I'm more interested in if you hear fighters and they're like, look, we don't count our chickens before they hatch. You know, if Devin's on the plate, I'm not thinking Crawford. But I got to ask you, like, are you still thinking Crawford? Because this is going to let the world know, like, you see, he's not a small dude. You see, he can be at these weights that he's talking about. It's not just talk, or you just going to let the fight play out?
Nah, I'm definitely still seeking Crawford. Man, listen, I'm going to let the fans know what it is. I'm a realist, you know, so realistically speaking, I beat Devin ass. The only thing they could possibly put in the contract is a rematch clause, so we'll do it again. You know what I'm saying? And after that, I got the 135 title. I want to fight the franchise champion. I want Lomachenko.
Okay, so you moving to 35 essentially to get that rematch is what you're looking for.
Oh yeah, I want Lomachenko. I want a Gervonta Tank Davis. You know, these are the guys that I want. So I want to put myself in the weight division in which these guys in.
Now, Gary, let me ask you. I mean, you've already kind of done whatever you needed to do to get this guy, Devin Haney fight. But as the WBC champion at 126, couldn't you just call Mauricio and say, "Look, I want to challenge the 135-pound champ"? Or do you think it was easier doing it the way that you did?
I mean, I think it wasn't a thing of easier doing it the way that I did. I mean, this more so the way that I preferred it to be.
For sure.
You know, that I preferred it to be. You know, I never wanted to compete at 130. You know, there was nobody in that weight division I ever looked at competing against. You know, I wanted to fight a Leo Santa Cruz. He moved up. I mean, I wanted to fight a Gervonta Tank Davis. He moved up 35. Leo Santa Cruz wasn't trying to fight me in my weight division. I only stayed down there for him. Carl Frampton and any of them other guys that was in my division at the time, even the Shakur Stevenson, when these guys was in my division at the time, these guys never mentioned my name as a unification match. You know, so I wanted to put myself in the division to be able to compete against Lomachenko and Gervonta Tank Davis, and now Devin Haney.
For sure. So I guess one of the questions everybody has is two. Is it by choice or is it because of the powers that be? But why does Gary Russell only fight once a year? You see that's something obviously people like to throw in your face like, well, he only fighting once a year. Well, he ain't fighting, so how he saying he want to fight? So why is it only once a year?
Because all these guys that I've been mentioning, that I've been talking about, None of these guys is trying to get in the ring and compete against me. I only wanted to compete against the best. I'm a real competitor. I want to challenge myself. I mean, I think it's a drought. Like I say, it's a drought on real men these days, man. So it's looked at as taboo when someone says that they want to move up multiple weight classes or weight division to challenge someone, because they want to challenge themselves. A lot, that's an internal thing, but I mean, it is what it is, man. I strive for excellence and I want to be the best.
So I guess the other question is, he's with Al Heyman. How is it that Laura got the Canelo fight? Jacobs got the Canelo. Everybody gets that fight that they want, but I mean, I've been doing this long enough to know Gary wanted Leo. Gary wanted Abner. Gary wanted Frampton. I mean, Warrington, Shakur, Javante, now Haney, Crawford. Like, your list, I mean, why is it so hard to get you to fight when we've seen other people who, any excuse people want to make? Oh, he's not TV friendly. He doesn't fight. He's not with the right people. Al gets you that fight, but I hate to say, you the only one he ain't get that big fight for if you exclude the Lomachenko.
I mean, I'm not sure. Like I say, Al, he can't make these guys get in the ring and fight. These guys got to be willing to actually be willing to take the fight. If these guys are their camp, Al could, present it to these guys. But if them and their camp just don't think it's a good move for them, then a lot of times they might be like, yeah, nah, we don't want that. And they might dance around it behind the scenes. And that's kind of how it goes. And I think that waters the sport down because you're not a true competitor to me. You're not a true warrior to me at that point. I'm trying to fight the best. If someone wants to fight you, fight them.
Gary, it's Alex here, man. Thanks for coming on. There's been a lot of talk around you lately, man, so it's good to have you on. I don't think anybody's doubting Gary Russell Jr.'s skills, right? And, when Mikey went up and he faced Earl, he saw something. At least that's what he had told us. Is there anything that Gary Russell sees, looking in Terence, that, gives you even more confidence to go in there and do the work that needs to be done to beat him?
What, a Terence Crawford?
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, man. Listen. Let's look at when he fought Gamboa, because Gamboa is a very similar stature, frame, height, and etc. If you pay attention to that fight, Gamboa won the first half of the fight. On the unofficial scorecards and even the official scorecards at the conclusion of the fight, he won the first half of the fight. It wasn't until he got hit by a long, stupid shot from a Crawford. And Gamboa got way more holes in his game than Mr. Gary Russell Jr. does. He's not defensively sound the way that I am. He's just a straight offensive fighter. I'm one of those guys that do them both simultaneously. I attack and defend at the same time. It's a difference. Gamboa was more of a reckless type of fighter. And he also showed that Terence got the ability to be hurt by a smaller guy because he got hit and he clearly was rocked. He clearly was rocked in the fight. And Gamboa, he's not more technically sound than Mr. Gary Russell Jr. I capitalize on all of that.
Gary, go ahead, Mario.
Go ahead, Enrique.
Yo, Gary, what's up, man? Enrique Church here, man. I'm not a reporter. I'm more of a fan, boxing fan. So I'm just reacting off of your accomplishment and getting this fight, because I do read tweets and it's like, oh, Gary Russell 1.5 and wants 2 and he ducking. People use that word. So I'm happy to see this fight. I know you have I watched all your fights and I see all your tools and I'm like, damn, this is a step up for Haney to me to see him fight you. So I want to applaud you for that. And then on a personal level, I see you in the corner, your pops, your whole team, hieroglyphic symbols, the Ankh, the Ajat. I want to know about your spirituality. Is that like warrior symbols, or these are like just your beliefs and your spirituality? Like, just touch on that a little bit.
I mean, it's a little bit of both, I mean, my thing is bloodline of royalty. I know deep in my veins, man, that melanin is a form of intelligence. Right. That's just pigmentation within itself. Melanin is a form of intelligence. and I'm one of those type of people. I don't pray to a God or I don't pray to Jesus. I pray to my ancestry. I pray to my ancestors. It's things that you might do, naturally, that you didn't get from your mother or your father. You might have got it from your great, 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 you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Uncle, but that's something that's within inside your DNA. That intelligence still lives within you. Energy goes nowhere. It only transfers.
Right.
So when we pray to that. I pray to my DNA.
Right. Follow your intuition. I'm reading this book called The Gene Keys, and I was just wondering where you read to sharpen these skills, just so I could just figure out these things on my side, because I'm a believer in my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? I come from that. I would talk about that all the time. So, seeing the Ujjayi eye and the steel plate that you wear to cool your face,
that's a bad boy, right? The Ankh itself, a lot of people don't know the Ankh symbolizes a woman's uterus.
Yeah.
That's what the Ankh symbolizes.
Now, I know it was symbolized, but I'm saying I recognize it because I've been following it like my whole entire life. So I'm just seeing a fighter showing more than the Ankh. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw your little steel that brings down the swelling. I wanted to know about that. A little more.
Where'd you get that done at? I want to know who customed that for you.
Well, to be honest with you, that's something that we got designed. It's patent. It's something that was patent, and we're actually in the process of looking at a couple people that we might just let go ahead and have the idea and run with it. With anyone that does combat sports will be able to utilize it. A lot of times with end swells, you get the thing and you trying to take it and you push it and you rub it across your face. It actually creates more of a issue than anything because you're rubbing the surface. You're scraping the surface of something. With the mask that we created, it's a cold compress and it's an actual custom mold of your face at its natural form. So in the fight, if any disformalities or anything like that was to come up, it's just one easy cold compress. You still have room where you can still get your water and etc. But it don't just works on the injury. It cools the whole face down as well. So it's something that was really
genius, bro. Who came up with that?
Well, actually, me and my dad and stuff. It was something that we brought along. We want to be able to leave a big footprint in the sport that we participate in. And that we love. And like I said, we got it patent. We used our own creativity. We got it patent, got everything done. And we're in the process of actually trying to figure out who we want to go to. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing.
The ingenuity. That's amazing. That is amazing, man.
Yeah.
That's bro. Because when you go to the corner, it's like, you only have so much time to get to the whole face to get iced. You know what I'm saying? You got one piece of metal. You're spending it on one area of the face. If I'm in the corner and my face got mask swelling everywhere, a mask, a cold that's genius, man. That's genius.
Yeah, Gary, I know that when you put something real cold on your face, you kind of get a rush. Me personally. So I know you got your corner in your ear giving you instructions, but do you, since you touched on your ancestors and Wilder says, spirituality takes over. I'm somebody else. I'm not Wilder outside. Do you feel that same kind of energy?
Hell yeah, you feel that energy. Hell yeah, you feel that energy. It's something that you can call on and you can awaken. You can truly call on that and awaken your DNA. That's the purpose of us having it. A lot of people don't know how to utilize it. But I'm one of the ones that, try to take as much advantage of it as possible. And you do feel that energy. When we pray, when we fight, we pray, we call on our warrior ancestors. We call on the real warriors, the real ones that was willing to die on the field of battle. The ones that was willing to give every last drop of whatever that it took to get the job done. We called on those ancestors way back in the day. The same ancestors back in the day when the Mongolians came into Egypt, came into Africa. When they came over there with Genghis Khan, who was a great Mongolian warrior. Those same people that defeated the Mongolians and pushed the Mongolian Empire back. You know, their entire civilization back years, them the ancestors that we pray to, them the ancestors that we call on. You know, and I feel their energy is running through my veins. I'm a descendant of them.
I feel you, man.
That's official right there, champ.
Yeah. Like,
nah, cause
shit.
like, yo, and not a lot of fighters, like you mentioned, Wilder speaks to this, and many people, you know, they take on that spirituality, that extra, you know, when the body fails, the spirit will impulse the body. You know what I'm saying? It'll take you to that level you need to be at when you're about to give up. So, you know, that's deep. That's deep, man.
So
But you know, it's deeper than being able to give up. You know, I want to tap into I want to tap into the intellect. I want to tap into the mindset. Our ancestors was the ones who had the ability to look into the sky without never even being into the sky and see a certain type of star alignment. You know, a certain type of star alignment, and be able to dictate when the storm was going to come, what was the best geological place on the planet to try to set up camp to avoid possible storms and stuff. I call on all of that stuff. So when I compete, when I fight, I dictate what happens in the ring. I dictate the angles. I know if me positioning myself at a certain place, the only punches that a person will be able to throw efficiently is what I'm giving him by physically where I'm positioning myself at. You know, it's stuff like that I take advantage of, and I can make this shit happen at the drop of a dime.
right. It's the sixth sense.
Bro, we're getting an inside look on the IQ of Gary Russell right now, champ.
just a little
Sixth
bit.
sense.
Just a little bit. You can't get too much away. So Gary, look, do you feel you'll get the credit deserved? I feel you should if you beat Haney, because, you know, the media has him as a darling. He's like on some next Floyd. He trains with Floyd. You know, he's that guy. It's like, you know, some people believe Vasil is avoiding. He's gone. He got to get back. He probably
He
gotta
right
call.
there.
There you go. So some
Okay.
people
He
in the
went right
media,
under it, like,
some people in the media, you know, they feel like maybe Vasil avoided him by accepting franchise status. So like,
I mean, a lot of people do look at that, and you know, shit. I hope Floyd work with him for this fight. So when I beat his ass, it'd be that much more sweeter, because he ain't trying to get me tanked.
well, I mean, you know, this is definitely the way to get tanked. You make a statement out of that division, and you call them out. You know, during the post fight, I can't see you not. Like, Haney, I believe, puts you over the top. Do you feel that way? Do you feel that he's a big enough fight, or do you feel like you're doing him more of a favor than you know what you're gonna get out of it?
I think it's a blessing for both of us. To be honest with you, I think
Beautiful.
Devin Haney needs me just as much as I would need Devin Haney. To be realistically speaking with you, I'm a realist. You know, I ain't one of these dudes that be faking. Building them, they just be talking some shit sometimes, just to be saying shit. I don't know, but you know, Devin needs someone that's a credible name. You know, someone that's actually good to prove to everybody that, okay, he has the goods. You know, and in my situation, I just want to be somebody else who everybody think is good. You know, so and I think it's cool, and then it puts me in a position to have another world title. You know, in another division, and at that point, I want to fight the franchise champ, and I'm only two weight divisions away from Terence Crawford. So what's up, Terence?
So, should we believe what Haney is saying about the contract being sent? 25 minutes ago, he put it on Twitter. Contract sent. We waiting on Mr. Cap calling you the liar now.
Nah, well, like I say, the contract is possibly been sent. You know, for the last couple of hours, I've been in the gym. I've been training. You know, I have been texting back and forth with Bill Haney. You know, I sent him my email address. So he probably did send it. I haven't got a chance to get to the laptop as of yet because I'm out here rapping to y'all. But he probably did, you know, and once I get it, I'll send it to my attorney. I'll look over myself, and we'll see if everything makes sense. If everything makes sense, then shit. If it's real, I'm one of the ones that's gonna make it real. I'll be on Instagram live signing the contract. Y'all know if it's real or not.
This is beautiful, man.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
I'm really excited the way this came to be, man. I've been doing this long enough to know that in the beginning, promoters, they didn't, you would hear them say things like, fights don't get made over Twitter. Fights don't get made on social media. If you really want to fight, you don't talk about it on social media, but you guys made this happen. I'm excited. One of his other tweets was, I got the 1.5, Mr. Gary Russell. No stipulations, rematch clause only. I'm ready to beat your ass. Do you believe, you've been in this business longer than all of us. Do you feel like there won't be no BS in that contract? Like, or you might have to still go back and forth just a little bit?
It's business, so I think it would definitely probably be a little back and forth. I'll be lying to y'all if I say I wouldn't think it'd be no back and forth, because to be honest with you, once again, we putting this shit out here to everybody. It in the contract, the only thing should be a rematch clause. And if I'm to beat them, what I would want in the contract is that the next fight is on my terms. We can have to fight wherever the fuck we want to have it. And I want it on pay-per-view. I want a pay-per-view fight.
But now, what if no network wants to pick it up as a pay-per-view? Because you could want it, but Showtime or Fox or ESPN or Dazn got to want to put it out there as a pay-per-view. The second one.
Oh no, the second one will. They'll pick it up.
Okay.
At that point I'm the champion. Man, Al Hammond have a great business relationship. You know what I'm saying? I talked to Al Hammond, man. I'ma send whatever the contract we got. I'ma send it over to Al too, along with my attorney. We got a good business relationship. But I don't know. We'll see.
I guess I gotta ask. And you don't take any offense to this. I guess just answer it to the best of your ability. But why would you be different than Mikey? Because people gonna look at this as like, oh well, Mikey tried this.
Mikey is not the caliber fighter that I am. If someone was to look at Mikey Garcia fight that never watched boxing a day in their life, and someone was to watch a Mr. Gary Russell fight that never watched boxing a day in their life, they'll say Mikey's good, but this guy right here is much more talented. Mikey Garcia does nothing special. Mikey Garcia does nothing special. What Mikey Garcia has is that he has the basics down. He has the basic fundamentals down. He's fundamentally sound. And a lot of these guys aren't fundamentally sound. They're just good athletes and they can get away with stuff because they can move a little quicker or they're a little faster and etc. Mikey is fundamentally sound. Mikey don't do shit in the ring that'll make people be like, God damn, you just see what Mikey did? Mikey don't do that. Now with Mr. Gary Russell Jr., watch one of my fights, they be like, hey, man, you see how he just hit this motherfucker? Man, rewind that again. You see all these guys hitting the mitts, you know what I'm saying? From Floyd Mayweather to Devin Haney to Javante Tank Davis. You see all these guys hitting the mitts, throwing 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 punch combinations on the mitts, but you never in a million years see them ever once duplicate that shit in the fight. You've never seen nobody do anything that you see, throw all them combinations on the mitts in the fight. The only person that you've ever seen hit the mitts like that and turn that shit over in the ring is Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Nobody.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Nobody can argue that. And my thing is this: we was taught not to, don't practice bad habits. That was something that we was taught. Don't practice bad habits. With these guys that doing that, in most cases they throwing these combinations, they're stationary. They're in one spot throwing 7, 8, 9, 10 punches, and then they advance at the end with about 4 or 5 jabs. You are not simulating a combat situation. That is not how you're going to simulate a combat situation. That is not how you're going to do that. So it's shit like that makes it different. I'm one of those guys that's really going to turn all this shit over.
So I want to ask, since you had the back and forth with Terence, did you watch the Ejaligas Kavalaskis fight, and did you feel that was a knockdown? I believe it was the 3rd round.
Yeah, he got dropped. It ain't no secret that he got chin problems, man. He got buzzed by Gamboa, a smaller guy.
But you don't
I
think
mean,
that was a long time ago? You brought that up twice now. You don't think the Gamboa, because since then, ain't nobody rock him like that since then.
he got dropped his last fight though.
I mean, it wasn't counted a knockdown.
Okay, I guess. I guess if y'all want, I mean, if y'all want to call it that, but okay.
I mean, but look, he do got that killer in. Look, because I know you know him and you know him a long time, but like a lot of people like to doubt Terence, but he looked like one of them dudes from out there for real. Like he don't look like he play. And the way he's on what, 7-8 fight knockout streak too? After moving up, like he's definitely doing his part. We can't take that away, or do you think it's just the opposition? Uh-oh. We lost.
Champ probably got a call, came in.
That Crawford question got him.
Inside, you see, he slipped right under the punch. He right back.
There you
go.
Who has he fought though? Who has he fought? He ain't fighting nobody that can really fight. Like, let's be real. Like, let's really be real. He has never fought for real, B+ level fighter for real.
You said
other than the
A plus? You said A plus?
I said a B+.
Who would you consider a B plus in the welterweight division? Just for context.
I can't give it to everybody, but to keep it 100, he's definitely. It's crazy that they got him rated higher than a Sean Porter. I think a Sean Porter would give him a. I think Sean Porter would probably beat him. For them to rate him higher than Keith Thurman, who has fought people, who has fought some credible guys, or for them to even rate him higher than Earl. I think he can box a little bit. He definitely can box some. But I don't think he does nothing fucking special. But, to be honest with you, I don't think he does nothing special either.
But you've been a champion for 5 years, and look how difficult it's been for you to unify. He was able to unify and undispute in 2 divisions. Beat undisputed at 40, unified 35.
Yeah, it's a difference. Motherfuckers were scared to fight me. Ain't nobody scared to fight him.
Okay. I mean, look, and I'm not trying to make it a me and you thing.
But you saying, like, let's look at facts.
But you saying nobody's scared to fight. He ran down on Earl. That's how the fans look at it. Like when they met up at the Maurice Hooker fight, he was like, let's bet $1 million, not 100,000.
And look, y'all can't do this, man. People use this social media as a platform.
But Gary, that's how you get in the fight with social media. So how we gonna knock it?
See, but they bluffing. People be faking. I don't be faking. People be faking. I don't be faking. They use that social media as a platform to fake talk some trash, and they bluffing. I'm keeping it real.
We got a few questions from the people. We ain't gonna keep you too much longer, but you know the people there, and everything is respectable. Nothing is, Go ahead, do me.
All right, Gary.
I gotta get ready to go in a second. My babies, I got.
Uh-oh.
They cut up.
You dropped them again? Oh, we dropped them again.
Yeah, nah, Gary got the babies, man. We totally understand, brother.
Jones, man, it's all good. I'm back at it.
All right, we gonna try and slip a few in before you go. Go ahead, do me speed read.
All right, I'm gonna go Hot Wheels on you. Rue from the 504 over in New Orleans says, you think Teofimo and Loma ducked you?
I don't think they ducked. Where they get that? Whoever said they ducked?
I don't know. I think Rue from the 504 was just curious to see what was on your mind.
I guess I know he's a known Loma fan. I know you've been wanting the Loma rematch for years, so maybe he's looking at it from that angle. Like, do you feel that they avoiding that second fight?
Well, I can't tell you this. I know they not in the motherfucking rush to get in the ring with me again. I can tell you that. Even with me at my dehydrated form, you know what I'm saying? Even with me at the lowest, like, it was still the toughest fight that he had of his career, other than the fight that he lost with Salito.
Next one's coming in from the UK, across the pond. It says, how much credit do you think, and this is George Foster, by the way, how much credit do you think you'll get if you beat well, I have no idea what he was asking.
If you beat Devin Haney, he probably meant.
Yeah, Devin Haney. Okay, how much credit do you think you'll get if you beat Devin Haney?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not really tripping off the credit. I'm just looking at position. I want to put myself in a position to be able to challenge the franchise champion at 135, which is a Vasily Lomachenko.
All right. You got the next one, Ness?
Yes. It's from David Maldonado, who says, who do you have in the Loma Tiafimo fight?
I hope Loma win.
All right.
I hope he win. I don't want nobody to beat him. I don't want nobody to give him another loss but me. I hope he win. Every time he fight, I root for him.
All right. Next one is Bowen Bama, Alabama. He says, I like what you're doing, bruh. Applying pressure, making noise, and making fighters come out of hiding. I wish you do the best and look forward to seeing you fighting any of these names you calling out. P.S. I hope your brother comes with the same energy too when it's their time. Your brothers come with the same energy when it's so no question, just showing love.
Man, I appreciate the love, man. Like I say, energy don't go nowhere. It's just transfer. So when y'all see me in there rumbling, man, throw some of them motherfuckers in the air, man. Y'all sending that pressure with me.
All right. We got D-Lac, who says, if you win, will the rematch be on Dazn or PBC?
Not at all. That's the only stipulation that I would want in the contract. You know what I'm saying? If I beat him the next fight, we can put it wherever we want. I'm gonna come over there. This fight right here, I go wherever they want this fight to be at. Wherever they want it. Only thing I ask is for the judging to be fair, because we know it's politics in the sport. If I don't knock his little ass out and they go all 12, I want the judging to be fair and I want the commentation to be fair, because you got these commentators that try to sway the people by some of the things that they say out their mouth that's not really happening in the fight. You know, so I just ask for everybody to play fair. I'm willing to go behind the gun. I'm going in this guy's backyard, wherever it is that they say they want the fight to happen. I'm going over there to fight them. You know, I just ask for them to play fair when we get there. That's all.
Next one's coming in from James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas. He says, what are your plans after your boxing career is over? Have you ever considered becoming a trainer?
Of course. Of course I consider becoming a trainer. Of course I consider becoming a trainer. But, you know, ultimately, man, I want to be able to, I want to give back. I'm one of them guys that want to give back. I'm a product of my environment. You know, I grew up in the city of D.C. when it was the murder capital at the time, when it was known as Chocolate City, and then I migrated to the Heights, you know, which is right across the street, you know, and a lot of my good friends, the people that I grew up with, you know, they ended up getting killed, or they out here on the streets and they ain't making no money. They not doing nothing. They out here everything else, you know. So I want to be one of them guys to make a difference. You know, I want to be able to give these guys jobs, create these nonprofit organizations and stuff like that to help a lot of these guys out and get them out of the situation that they're in. At least the ones that was willing to help themselves anyway.
Damn, lost him.
Champ, he just slipped another jab. Chill, Chizzy.
Okay.
Man, you know, man, too, man.
I'm saying, chill.
Slip.
Slipping the Wi-Fi jab. Yo, Gary, a fighter told me, one of the callers here, actually a panelist fighter, told me that Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez is gonna be like Nicholas Walters' fight. Do you see it that way?
Wow, hell no.
That's what I was.
Nah, I don't see it that way.
Yeah, that's tough.
I don't see it that way. I think it's gonna be a good fight. Like I say, I hope Lomachenko win. I don't want nobody to beat him. You know, I want to be the one to give him that loss. And I actually like Gordo. You know, well, I know him as Gordo. They call him Teofimo.
El Gordo.
I know him as Gordo. You know what I'm saying? I like little Gordo, man.
You know what Gordo means, though, right?
Nah, what the hell that mean?
Chubby, like little fat boy.
Yeah, me fat boy.
See, yeah, he got me hip. See, well, that shit stuck with him. That's what I know him as. And it's so funny because I always known him as Gordo. They used to be like, man, yeah, what about Tilafimo? I'm like, who the fuck you y'all talking about? And they was like, Gordo? I'm like, oh, all right, I know.
That's
But you know,
crazy.
I like
Shannon Briggs comes on here every Friday. He calls him the same thing,
Yeah.
Gordo, yo.
yeah, yeah.
Yo,
I like him. I like him, and I'm glad that he about to be in the position to make his family some money and etc. But once I get in that weight division, if your last name ain't Russell, it's, you on the chopping block possibility, So
George Foster from across the pond says, "Is Terence Crawford overrated in your opinion?"
hell yeah, Terence Crawford overrated. Hell yeah, Terence Crawford overrated, man.
But Gary, how could he
y'all
be?
know what?
How could he be overrated with all those accolades? What? 2 ESPYs, 2 ring belts, unified, undisputed. First fight at welterweight, he moves up, fights a champ. He ain't out here like, oh, let me fill it out. You like, I love Danny. I mean, everybody know I love Danny, but Danny got 2 fill out fights at welterweight before he jumped in there with the smoke.
Like a paper champ type dude. He fought like a paper champ type dude. Like he didn't like fight like a real champ. I don't take nothing from this guy. I'm not trying to take nothing from
Wait.
the
So
fighter.
what you calling the paper champ? A vacant title?
Huh? Yeah, that's like yeah. That's not even a paper champ. Like that's if you fighting for a vacant title, you got to take the title from the champion. You fighting for a vacant title and now you calling yourself a champion. Like,
But what about he defended it though? After he fought for the vacant, he defended it, unified it. So like,
who he defending against though?
I guess
You got. My thing is, I think he's overrated because I'm gonna take my definition of politics is a group of people that has the ability to reward or take away from whoever they want to reward or take away from. With that being said, I feel like he was put in the position where as though the guys that he was fighting, these guys, he's not fighting upper echelon guys. He's not fighting good guys, but he's getting the credibility of fighting a guy that's supposed to be good. But this guy really isn't fucking good. That guy really wasn't fucking good that he's fighting or that he beat. I mean, like, you can't take it away from him from winning. But as far as you can't take it away from him from winning, he had to put the work in to get that. He had to put the work in to do it. But I'm just saying the guys that he did it against, they wasn't really credible guys. I think he's overrated. If he did that and he beat a Sean Porter, then you get my attention. If he beat a Earl Spence, then you'll get my attention. If he beat what's the guy? Earl Sean. If he beat
Danny
Keith,
Garcia?
if he beat a Keith, he get my attention. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll say, you know what? All right, I give you that. You know what I'm saying? But for them to try to put him as like number 1 pound for pound, all that politics play a part in that.
so. I'm with you, right? Like, I believe that he gets a lot of credit for what he's done, but the defense of his fans is, well, every person that you interview, Ness, says that he's pound for pound. Every person that you interview says you could see his skill. It don't matter who he's fighting. Like, I'm just trying to say, like, I'll interview people and I'll have the energy you got, because I do. I question Crawford. He won't interview with me because I question him. So the trainers or the people in power, they'll say, like, you know, that he's pound for pound. You can see it with the eye. You can see how good he is. You don't see that?
You got fuck no. You got people that's so accustomed to some bullshit that they think that is some good shit. You know what I'm saying? Or something that's somewhat good they think is great. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford does nothing special. He does nothing special. Tell me what the fuck Terence Crawford does that oohs and ahs a person. He has the ability, what he does have is the ability to win a fight. He'll get through a fight. He'll win the fight, but he ain't gonna give you that he got that special shit. He ain't give you that extra creativity. He's not gonna give you that extra swag. He gets hit. He gets hit. You know what I'm saying? He's not defensively sound. When he does swing punches, some of his punches is reckless and just wild, like haymaker-ish. Like the shit doesn't look like it's crisp or sharp like a true professional. You know, like he has the ability to win fights, but he doesn't look like a complete professional when I watch him fight. If I watch someone fight, it should look like a performance. It should be like an art. We're entertainers. It should be an art. When people see me fight, I'm showcasing. It's a science. It's an art. It's like a dance that was already pre-choreographed. You know what I'm saying? When Terence Crawford fights, it's like all my shit is sharp, it's neat, it's crisp, right to the point. His shit is just sometimes it's all over the place. He wild, he misses his footing, he's stumbling and tripping, like he's getting like he get hit with shots consistently. The sport of boxing is Mox the Queensberry, is to hit and not get hit. He gets hits a lot. So you can't reward somebody for doing something incorrectly in the sport of boxing when we're supposed to be hitting and not getting hit. You know, so it's a lot of stuff that I look at as the actual fighter.
So you think, I don't want to say would you have, because you're not a natural welterweight, even though he's not either, but I mean, you don't think...
I'm about to say he's definitely not a natural welterweight.
But John Molina, like, he's not the most skilled person, I know that, but he's a tough person, right? Like, Hank Lundy was beating him. You know Hank Lundy. Years ago on Friday Night Fights, Hank Lundy was outboxing him, shining. Then boom, one shot. Mickey Bay outboxing John Molina. Boom, one shot. But Crawford, he destroyed him. Like,
I mean, that's good. My thing is, the difference is styles make fights. Certain fights, back in the house, baby, interview. Certain fights or certain fighters are only good doing something in one particular way. You know, a lot of guys aren't versatile. They can't do multiple things. You know, so when it came to that, he was accustomed to that style. That's just like Floyd. Everybody that Floyd was fighting is like some straightforward, walk them down type fighters. I felt like Floyd would have had problems if he would have fought Amir Khan, even with Amir Khan having chin problems. I feel like just the fact that Amir Khan wasn't someone that was going to stand there and give Floyd the same type of style that he's accustomed to seeing, somebody that's just trying to rush in there and bull in. Floyd comfortable fighting on the back foot. Let me see Floyd fight somebody that's not going to motherfucking chase him and going to stand in the middle of the ring and force him to actually match his wit and have to come get him. Will he be as equally as efficient? Will he be able to make that look as just as good fighting a completely different style? A lot of these guys don't have that, and they hand-pick opponents that's tailor-made for the style that their guy has. And that's what happened. That's what matchmaking is for.
Gary, you know you put yourself in a position that you must win. I know every fighter wants to win, but you gonna have a lot of fans. You gonna have the Haney fans. You gonna have the Mikey fans. You gonna have the Crawford fans. Everybody gonna be mad at you. So you gotta like really get this win, because everybody gonna be focused on everything you've been saying to see can you now execute that in the ring.
That's cool. That's all fine and dandy. That's the same. The end objective is the same in every fight. When you tend to look at all the other shit that goes on and the extra stuff that's going on behind the scenes and stuff, mentally you're not where you need to be anyway. I don't trip about none of that shit. I don't care about none of that. The end objective of every fight, ever since I started in the amateurs, was I have to win. So nothing changes. I'm me anyway. Nothing changes. I'm gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
All right, so last one. I know you're busy and you got to get to the kids. The Haney fight, done deal. Give me 3 fights after that, because this one is going to open doors. I feel like if you win, now the Crawford conversation become more realistic. Even Mikey, I don't know if you know, but Mikey's emeritus at 135. Even though he left, he still got that gold diamond belt. So maybe now that you the champ, if you...
I'm glad you said that because Mikey Garcia done definitely put his hand in some shit, and I hope he know it stinks because he talking about me putting my arm around Leo Santa Cruz dad and this, that, and third, woo-de-woo. First of all, for the fans, I never meant any harm to Leo Santa Cruz dad. This was me just honestly picking on Leo Santa Cruz and trying to get some type of or provoke some type of fighter emotion that I felt as though a fighter should have, you know. But and even Robert Garcia, he was like, I don't think Gary was meant any harm. He was just trying to promote the fight, It's promotion. We're selling the fight. That's it. That's all, But for him to be like, yeah, and try to put his 2 cents in it. First of all, wasn't nobody even talking to your ass, Mike. I beat your ass, Mikey. Mikey is a flat-footed, slow, and just wing hard punches.
Hey, what happened?
But he been having some knockouts though, Gary. Like he moved up and he caused some stoppages.
That's all fine. I'm one of these guys that's willing to put it all on the line. I'm willing to bet on my show with any of these guys that I'm mentioning. I don't care if he have power, if he hit hard. You got to be able to hit your target. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to run from you. I don't have to run. I can stand right in front of you and make you miss all this shit. And when you do overcommit, I'm going to touch you with this shit. Not just one, but about 2, 3, 4 of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? When Chris Bird moved up in weight, he wasn't a super big puncher. He wasn't a super big puncher when he was a heavyweight. But every time one of these guys who's supposed to be knockout artists get in the ring and they tend to throw punches and they missing, they can't hit them, and he's consistently touching them at will. I would be able to touch Mikey at will. What are you going to do, try to time me? You too slow for that shit, Mikey. You too slow for that. You're not going to be able to time me with none of that shit. You're not going to be able to time me. I would make you look bad, man. I would make you look bad. I'm glad you brought that up because that's a fight that I would want. He wasn't even somebody that I was thinking about till you said that. But if I get Haney,
do you think he'll take it though? Because Danny just came out on the Brian Custer podcast and said that they offered him the Mikey fight, but Mikey never took it.
Who offered the Mikey fight?
I can't tell you who, but Danny said he was supposed to get the Mikey Garcia fight and Mikey ain't want it. And he said that on the Brian Custer podcast.
It's possible. I mean, I don't know. And if he don't take it, then it is what it is. I'm going to just tell him to keep my motherfucking name out his mouth then. Don't say nothing about me if you ain't going to back it up. I'm one of them guys that whatever I say, I'm going to back it up. And if somebody get me, they just going to have to get me, but you going to feel me the whole way through. And I ain't tripping off the outcome. I'm going to put myself in the best shape as possible. And I'm going to bet on my intellect, my skill, my wit, and everything that the creator, my mother, my father blessed me with, and I'm putting it all on the line. Either we coming out victorious or take me out on my shield.
So Gary, do you spar with like 47s or 54s like often, average? Because that's a lot of weight, and you like so confident you can beat the heavier men. Are you already sparring heavier men? Is that something you already added into your repertoire before deciding to move up? Because I'm just saying it's a lot of weight, no, or not? You the pro, not me. Nah. I'm asking.
Nah, that's something that I've always done. My entire career, I've always challenged myself. I've always challenged myself. I was always a little guy growing up through life in general. I'm 32 years old. I was always a little guy, but I was the most aggressive. So I got accustomed to fighting bigger guys anyway. So it's easy. It's easy for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I love what I do. But, I definitely work with bigger guys.
All right, so I know I said a long time ago, I'm over. You're going to have to leave whenever you want because I had someone on here not too long ago. She's a USA boxing coach from the Olympic Training Center in Colorado. And when she was just giving us the accounts of the situation that took place, she made it seem like, I got the impression, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but I got the impression she felt like, why would Gary punch Crawford in the mouth in front of everybody knowing y'all not gonna be able to get a fair fight. Like, she made it seem like you punched him because you knew people was gonna get in between y'all. What was that setting like? How many people was there, and was there time for him to react and punch you back?
To be honest with you, she's the female, who said that I'm a man, so I got testosterone. She got estrogen. It's something completely different right here, baby. So it's a different level of aggression that comes with this shit. Like I said earlier, it's a drought on real men. I'm one of those guys that I look at certain things as disrespectful. It was a lot of people there. It was about 15, probably more than that, probably like 20, 30 people there. 20, 30 people there. It didn't matter how many people was there. It didn't matter. It could have been 5 people there. If it could have been 2 people there. If he would have did the same thing, I would have did the same. I would have carried it the same way then. We were all elite athletes at the time. He asked me a question, I answered his question, and then he approached me yelling and being aggressive. And if you don't want any conflict, if you're within my space, arm's reach, you need to make it apparent and clear that you are not a threat. He didn't make it clear that he wasn't a threat. So I punched him in the fucking face. And he grabbed his mouth. He had more than enough time to swing a punch before someone else got in between. Once people got in between, then he wanted to act like he had some energy or something. He actually was surprised that I hit him in his face. So that's what came about the situation. If I can see, he said I snuck him. I punched you in your face. You looking at me eye to eye. Now, if you had your back turned and I hit you upside the head, then I can see you say I snuck him. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case at all.
So what about this other rumor that, like, after that, he was, like, waiting in the bushes for you? Any of that's true, or that's just internet bullshit?
Hey, they bullshit now. I don't know about none of that. What I do know what happened is it was one punch thrown. I punched him in his face, and they sent his ass to sports med, and then they shipped him home. They sent him home, and they said they.
Ooh, we lost him.
Chip. He just slipped the right cross right now. He about to step to the right.
Slippy
there
slip.
You go.
There he goes. Got you.
I don't even know how the rumor came out that his jaw was broke. I never put that out. I don't know.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? They were saying his jaw was broke. I just said I don't know about his jaw being broke, but he definitely got punched in the face.
So now let me ask you, when you punched him, did you know you could get sent home and that could ruin your amateur career? And was that the situation for him? Maybe did he not hit you back because he didn't want to be sent home and still got sent home?
I ain't thinking about that shit. If he didn't want to get met with the level, if he didn't want to get met with this shit, he shouldn't have approached me in that type of manner. Point blank.
How old were you guys then? How were you? How old do you think he was? He's 32 now.
I'm 32. I'm 32. So maybe 17.
Oh, okay. Wow. And y'all ain't seen each other since then?
I did see him since then. I seen him since then.
And then what?
I seen him since then. Huh?
So then what? Y'all walk past each other. Y'all talk like, yo, you remember that time?
No, he seen me. I seen him. And he kept walking. And that's just what it was. He spoke to my dad, my father-in-law.
He ain't even give you like that side eye, no side eye, nothing?
Nah, none of that. None of that.
No comment.
I seen him when my little brother fought in the U.S. Championships to qualify for the Olympic game. I think that's what we was at, and they qualified.
Let me ask you, is this the first time, and I don't want you to put anything else out there, you could just say yes or no, but is this the first time that something like that has happened amongst the boxing community with you? Like, and the reason I say that, like, I want to know, are you known for punching people in the face other than just Crawford? Because I feel like you've said a lot of heavy talk to Javante, and he's never addressed you. Like, the most he just said on the Brian Custer.
I can't say this. All of the guys from Demetrius Andrade to Andre Berto to Keith Thurman to, well, actually, what's the guy? Earl Spence. He came up after me for real. So he wasn't in my class, but like the Keith Thurmans, the Sean Porters, you know, all of them guys. If you was to really get in the conversation with him and talk to him, I was always an aggressive type person. I was always that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I was always an aggressive type person. You can ask anybody in the amateurs. I was always aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like this sport was the perfect outlet for me. It was the perfect outlet for me. I was the one. Look, it's so funny because my father tried to let me play football back when I was younger, and they was trying to pick positions, and they gave me the ball to be the running back because I was fast. I'm like, man, I don't want to be the running back. I don't want the ball. I just want to hit people. I just want to tackle people. I just want to tackle people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the littlest one on the team, but they made me outside linebacker because of my level of aggression and tenacity that I would bring.
You was cutting them low, champ.
Yeah, I was, man. It ain't matter. I was trying to hit. You know what I'm saying? And that was just me. You know what I'm saying? That was just me. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, I don't go out. I mean, you don't really see much about me being out the club, the party. I don't party. I don't go out. I'm in the gym and I'm in the house. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm an aggressive type person. So I don't put myself in that shit.
Like, I'm not trying to start nothing, even though they gonna say that anyway. That's my MO. But I'm just like, you've said a lot. You was with what? Gilly the Kid, all on his live. That one got real explicit. You don't hold back when it comes to Tank, but you know, like he don't say much. Like what? The last thing
I don't hold back when it comes to nothing, to nobody.
I mean, that's true too, but he just don't say nothing to you. Why? I want to know why, Gary. Why don't he respond? It's been like 3 years of call-outs and talking about him.
I can't speak personally on his behalf, but he does know. He has known me for a while. He's known me from the kids. He's known me through the amateur. And he's known that I've always been an aggressive type person. And I can really fucking fight. I could back up what I'm saying. A lot of these guys that's in the sport of boxing right now, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but I'm just looking at from the man's perspective. A lot of fighters in the sport of boxing, they some suckers. They just hide their bitchness behind the little bit of talent and ability that they really have. But if you strip them of their talent and ability and say, fuck all that, we about to just rumble. Fuck all that talent and ability and skill. It's me or you. I'm one of them guys that'll bring the end of bitch out of these guys.
Well,
I'm one of them that'll do that.
I don't want to take much more of your time. I do want to thank you, obviously, for coming on, man. I hope everything with you, Bill, Eddie, Dazn, Al, y'all get this one done. Sounds like everything's good. Hopefully you hang up and that email looking real good. You send it to Al with a smile. Send it to your lawyer with a smile, man. We wish you the best. We really want to see this. Thank you again for coming back on and continuing to come on. Gary, social media, I guess, at this time, and just thank you again, brother.
Man, I definitely appreciate it, man. Y'all can follow me on the gram at Mr. Gary Russell Jr., man. To the real fans, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Like I say, energy don't go nowhere, just transfer. So next time y'all see me fight, throw some punches in the air, man. I'm send that shit with me.
Sure, for sure.
Gary, you know what? I just had to say it, man. It was good getting to know you a little bit more. I got to know your spirituality on this interview a little bit. I got to get into the intellect a little bit, man. And I mean, I always thought you were a great fighter, but, you know, I just got to know you a little bit more, and I hope that the people listening out there did so too. Yes. And one thing's for sure, Gary Russell means business, and he's not just capping out there, all right? So he really wants these fights, yes. And we appreciate you coming on, champ.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. And like I say, I'm willing to put it all on the line. I'm one of those guys that anybody say I want, I really want. I'm willing to put it all on the line to challenge myself and test myself. And hopefully I come out victorious. And if not, carry me out on my shield, because you will never see no quitting from me.
Gary, let's go, champ. You feel me?
I believe that too in you, Gary. I'm glad you mentioned earlier that, you know, there's a lot of special effects that you have in boxing, because I always said, man, you could press pause on the TV screen and Gary Russell Jr. will have like the perfect left hook or whatever it is that he's thrown is picture perfect. So glad to see you fighting the name. And I'm not ass kissing none of that shit. You're one of the fighters that I watch. And I'm just saying, I never saw you, because I'm a casual fan. I know you have hard fights, but I never saw the name brand marquee fight name for you, which Devin Haney is, and I wish you the best on that one.
Thank you, man. I appreciate all the love and support, man. You know what I'm saying? I love it, man. I had to come on the show and give support to the people that's been supporting me. You know, even when I ain't out here saying nothing on the social media, when I'm not talking, y'all still show love and show support, you know, so you got to pay homage for that. So I appreciate y'all for that, man.
Peace.
All right. Gary, man, well, thank you again, brother. Shout out to LaShawn. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the night with your family. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. WBC 126-pound champion Gary Russell Jr., Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Gary, take it easy. There you have it. Beautiful interview. All right. Now that's what I'm talking about.
And he froze while we
and
stay
he's
in the
frozen
back.
That's what I'm talking about.
Was this
Fire.
Untitled with Gary Russell?
I mean, I wish it was. People like, yo, y'all ain't doing Untitled. I wanted to do Untitled, and you know, this happened. So we had to go with the fire. Phone lines is open. You know the number 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world. We got some super chatties. I'm gonna check the cash appies. What's good?
I'll go backwards on the super chat.
Hold on. I wanted to say something because
let's go, champ.
Gary Russell was. I always say that about him. Like, it looks like there's nothing that he cannot do, right? And I always say the same thing about Terence Crawford. So him saying like, "Yo, Terence Crawford ain't got no special effects," I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute."
I mean, yo, I go in on Crawford, and even I like. Because his special effect is he's taking dudes that give other dudes tougher fights and making it look crazy easy. Like,
and he's a switch hitter. I always thought that was a special
I mean, I'm not big on that because that's just a television prop because he ain't no switch hitter. It's lies. It's TV propaganda. He's not a switch hitter. My man only fights in southpaw. He'll fight in orthodox, and as soon as the going gets tough, he goes to what he knows, which is southpaw. He is a southpaw fighter. And every time you see him finish a fight, he finishing in a southpaw. If he knocked you out, he knocked you out southpaw. Now, maybe a true Bud fan.
He switches both ways.
Maybe a true Bud fan. Yeah, listen. You come out the first round and you filling the dude out as orthodox, and then all of a sudden the second round you kill him at southpaw. It's like that's what he does.
It's the trick.
You know, he
but
fills
that's
you
why
out.
I call it a special
he fills
effect.
He fills you out, and then once he got the kill, he goes into. And that's my opinion. I'm not a true Bud fan. Maybe they'll tell us when they call in. I feel like when he see when he got his victim hurt. He's in southpaw position.
I feel like the switch hitting is an IQ thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like to get you accustomed. Yeah, like you get accustomed to him orthodox, and now you have to switch up because now he switched up his left. Your mindset is different. And like Gary said, like he positions himself to do things, and I think that's what Terence Crawford does when he switches up to southpaw. He's like, oh, now he's gonna focus on this. Oh, I'm gonna catch him with this because I'm a southpaw and I'm powerful. But
let's be hating on the switch hitters, bro. He be hating on me when I'm switch hitting. He be saying I'm tired. I do it because I'm tired. But people do it for different reasons and different plans. You know, I'm pretty sure. T-Bud's in there. He switches if he feels like it's not working one way and he's gonna finish a fight another. He'll switch back. So it's all game plan, really.
Yeah, I also like that he mentioned like, yo, if Terence Crawford would beat, and then he named like the top welterweights that then he would like ring bells to him. So I like that he named Sean Porter Thurman.
I mean,
and it's all
that was cool till he said like Amir would have beat Khan. I mean,
Amir would have beat
Floyd.
Yeah, he said I think Amir would have beat Floyd. Or Amir would have gave Floyd trouble. I don't know.
He would have gave him trouble. I don't know if he said beat him, but he would have definitely trouble. But look, Mario's one that actually comes on here and says it all the time.
I know.
And
but Mario's not a fighter, number one. So that's why I asked him to
number two.
I asked, and he's a Amir Khan fan number two. I thought like, Teofimo versus Lomachenko. Mitty was the one who said, "Yo, that's gonna be another Nicholas Walters a result for Teofimo." I believe.
Wow, for Teofimo being Walters or Teofimo doing what Lomachenko did to Walters.
Nah, you're the first.
Teofimo being Nicholas Waters in the situation.
I hear you.
And I took it, I respected his opinion because he's a fighter. But then, next level up, tier up, Gary Russell Jr., he's like, nah, Gordo got it. So, I don't believe it being a Nicholas Waters situation.
Man, they hating. Well, man.
I mean,
Teo going to show up.
He said Gordo got it, but he's still wishing for Loma to win because he want that fight. But let me go out to these callers, man. Let's hear what the people
Super
got
chat
to say.
real quick, though. Big Super Max says, great interview, fellas, but Mikey stops Gary, in my opinion. That's from Super Max. Super Max, you're already going to get pumped from push-ups that you're going to be hitting once Teo wins.
Listen, as far as Gary and Mikey stopping Gary, let's do one fight at a time. If he beats Haney, let's push the Mikey. Let's push Mikey. Let's push
and not for nothing. When you mentioned that, Ness, I was like, ooh. And then Gary right after, ooh.
Yeah, because he still got that diamond. He still got that diamond belt, no different than Callum Smith. When he beat Zlatan Cannon, then he beat Robert Easterton Unified, then he moved up. They gave him that 35. They gave him that 35-pound diamond status, and he's emeritus now. So he could, if he wants, he could call Maurice and be like, yo, I want to fight Haney. But but do we?
Ryan O'Rourke came in with another super chat.
Oh, my God.
Ness, last question was 20 minutes ago. Why no Patreon question?
Yo, there's a Terence Crawford account. Y'all terrible. Don't do that to Terence, man. Talking about
they got a troll account?
A Terence Crawford YouTube account. They out of
I too also when the way Gary Russell was talking about Mikey Garcia, you kind of picture that like, oh, he's flat-footed, oh, he's slow. You know what I'm saying? You picture that, but then you question the Earl Spence win, right? Like, okay, he's flat-footed and he's slow, but Earl Spence put him through a clinical, put him in the clinic school, but didn't do it's like he wasn't beat up, right?
And Vic, and like you could probably like make that comparison like that, right? Because of what he said, but like Mikey Garcia is for the most part his skill from what I see, opinions, he has fundamentals. He's fundamentally sound, and his distancing, his control of the distance and timing is pretty good. That's how he lands that hard shot, right hand. And it's not that I think Gary's saying that Terence isn't good or any of these guys isn't good. I think the perspectives.
No, he said that. He said he overrated.
I know, but let me get. I know that's what he said. But what I'm telling you is that deep down inside, I'm not believing that Gary's saying that these fighters are trash, right?
I don't believe it either.
But what I do believe is that he believes he's just better. He just believes that he's just better, and he's seeing things. And what I'm trying to just finish is the perspective, right? It's his perspective, at his fighter, at his skill level, at his fighting IQ. He's looking at these guys like this. So for us, sometimes when a guy is saying these things, we're like, what the hell is he talking about? Like, this guy's great. He's beat this. He's done this. But it gets deeper than just reading resumes.
I look at it as like a professional fighter sees things different than a fan. That's why I used Mitty's point of view, because he's a fighter, maybe not professional, but kind of respecting.
Damn close to it.
Yeah, damn close to. But then I see it as like, okay, he sees something different that I don't, and damn, Teofimo, hard to believe because I want Lopez to win.
Let's go, champ. All right, Jonesy says Gary Russell, true champ, respect, win, lose, or draw. Yeah, I gotta respect the guy that wants to fight all the good guys.
I just hope he gets that respect, because I know Thurman from the beginning. Thurman used to be like, I ain't afraid to let go. As soon as he lost his old, people threw him in the trash. They talk about him like he's done. You know what I'm saying?
But that's because he's been MIA.
Whack. Nah, man, it's whack. That's what people do. It's like, yo, you want them to fight the best. You want Gary to fight Crawford, and if he gets beat, you gonna laugh. You want Gary to fight Devin, and I get it. This is what they sign up for. There's no nice stuff in this business. It is what it is. But I want to tell you this. If you haven't already shared the show, please do so. Put it on your IG, and we're going to repost you on like 3 separate accounts. You know what I mean?
Champ.
So you're going to get exposure to your page, and we're gonna share. That's why it's called networking. You show us to your peoples, I show you to my peoples. I got more peoples than you, so it works for you.
It's called building each other up, champion.
I prop you up, you prop me up, we up there. We up there.
And speaking of up there, we got another super chat up there that says Matt Garcia says Haney / Russell Jr. is the we and the zone need. Is the fight? I don't know.
I guess is the fight we want and the zone needs. I guess is what he meant. I was looking at that trying to decipher.
You get good at that.
I was trying to decipher. I'm gonna take it back. Let me see. I'm just gonna shout out some names. Did you say anything about Francisco? Who said shout out to Enrique? Met him at Top of the Box in Brooklyn.
Let's go, Cam.
Brooklyn.
That dude was. I thought he worked there. He was like, "Yo, Enrique Church." I thought he was gonna say something about the bill or something because you order on like the Q code. You know what I'm talking about? Now you just take a picture, it opens up the website, the menu comes in. So he's like, "Yo, Enrique Church." Yeah. So it was a surprise. So shout out to you, Francisco, for showing that love.
Word. Shout out to let me see who this is. He don't play. He do it every time. I'm gonna get this down pat. Oscar. I ain't calling you to your username no more. That's what's messing me up. Oscar already shared the Gary show. Shout out. You know what I'm saying? Give us that love, and we gonna go and reciprocate it right back at you. Phone lines are open 1425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. We might still get Devin Haney. They didn't have Skype. Then they told me to send a link to another number, and I'm just like still waiting. I don't know what's goody. So
call you no number.
And I told him, I said, look, I know y'all been doing a lot for this fight. So if y'all can't, I get it. But it would have been beautiful.
What up with my man Ryan talking about he can't send a super chatty? What's going on, Chamberlain?
Ryan who?
But Coach Myers jumps on the super chat. And all the way from CT says Crawford versus Gary will be another Loma versus Rigo.
No!
The talent is equal, but I believe the size will play a big part. I like Gary versus Haney better.
Well, Gary versus Crawford is fall. Let's see how he do with Haney first. That's what we worried about first. Okay, I see you, Cash. I'm about to go ahead and retweet you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a favorite that, and I'm retweeting. Now I'm gonna switch my account. You feel me? I'm going to the boxing voice.
Y'all not hitting me on the tweets, man? Come on, Chamberlain.
I'm gonna give you that big expose now on a boxing voice. TBV casual fan. There you go. Bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Open them up. Now all the little thotties see you. They all see you.
That's how it works. That could be you too.
That could be you.
Call you too.
That could be you.
Call for Maurice Lee to pray for you too.
Ooh.
Yo, what's up, man? Boxing bars this Saturday. Shit getting crazy.
It's going down. Yo, let's get out to these callers. Looking like we got Ronald Fink.
Sponsors?
I ain't do that?
No.
I said it, but I ain't do it, huh? Okay.
You said it and forget it.
Call him co-pilot.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
All right, we got some super chats. Cash App looking like refresh on the Cash App. In the meantime, I don't think we got to Andre Dakota, who says, I wonder if he considers Charlo a paper champ since he was given the title since Canelo dropped the belt.
Whoa. I did not read that one.
Yeah, and the thing is, that whole paper champ, I used to go down that paper champ road, but then you start seeing so many people win vacant titles. Like, just look at Shakur dropped his belt. Now the other one moving in his position, and it's the way of this sport because there's so many titles. Boxing expert says Gary got impossible standards unless it's him. That's true. I hear what you're saying with that. I don't think we got to this one either. Boxing expert says it's all fun and games till Gordo hits you with the.
That's right.
With the laughing out loud emoji.
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
Let's go, champ. Big Super Max Rodriguez says, after Walters, Tio lose, what's do me excuse? Oh, you trying to rhyme on me and shit?
Yo, did you get wirelessbuzzshop.com Get your earbuds. Don't forget to use the TBV promo code to get 10% off. We make nothing. We just giving you a spot to get some great iPhone headphones and Android for you bum droids. But he says, great interview, DMV stand up. That's right. That's his area. And you went to Matt Garces? Yeah, you did that.
Yes, I did. And then my man Coach Myers from CT. We got them all. And let's do the appy, the Cash Appy.
That's right. The Cash App is looking like Sony. Big Doomy versus Roughhouse. Great show. Let's go. Big Doomy versus Roughhouse.
Damn.
That's
in-house.
That's only if we got to see what Mario's doing. If he's activating his rematch clause or is
I
he
think my
sick?
title shot if he stepping to the side. If he
Exactly.
taking the step side money, I got to get the shot, champ.
Is he sick? Is he gonna be sick on Saturday? Cause he been missing. We've been missing Mario for a few shows now. So you gotta see what's the dilly with him. But it's looking like.
Wait, Mario didn't already exercise or push to exercise?
I mean, he did, but he's been missing for like 3 shows. So is he gonna be here Saturday? I don't know. E in Philly, what up?
Coach Smitty's bugging, bro. I hope these contract negotiations go real smooth. Devin beats Gary easy, in my opinion. He should have followed the lead of the dude who beat him. He ain't gonna beat that young boy. I wanted to see Con Floyd too. I thought it would be an interesting fight. I don't know, man, because Shane caught Floyd too, and Shane got fast hands. You know what I'm saying? Just like Con do. I always wanted to see that fight too. Let me run this real quick. Carlos Quintana, Diego Chavez, Jesus Soto Carras, Julio Diaz, Leonard Bundu, Robert Guerrero, Luis Collazo.
That sound like Keith Thurman resume.
You see what that's my man, bro. I can't wait to see that brother so I can take a picture with him. I got so much respect for him. He just got hurt, man. That's my man. And then Manny, to top it off, he ain't never had a break. And they wonder why we talk about them saying Lomo is pound for pound. Come on, bro. But look at that. How many guys in boxing his age got that track record, bro? Keith ain't never had a soft touch since Carlos Quintana, bro.
I might be biased though, E, so people won't feel what I'm saying, but I don't even think Quintana was a soft touch. Remember, people was ducking Keith at 140. Maidana legitimately ducked him. It's on paper. He was scheduled to be on the Vicente Escobedo Broner card, and Keith and Maidana was supposed to fight. Keith was 17 fights in. Maidana was coming off a loss, and he like, no, ain't no way Keith Thurman's a tune-up. You can find the quotes out there. So Keith moved up to 54, what I'm telling Crawford to do. I just tell you to do what my favorite fighters have already done. I'm not putting achievable standards on anybody. It's just like, oh, they ducking you? Floyd was ducking you? All right, go ahead. Do your thing. Go up to 54. Even though at that time he wasn't even a WA, nothing. And he, his first fight on HBO, he called out Floyd. He was wilding. We got Ronald. What up?
Wilding.
Yo, what's good?
Chilling.
Yo, Les, what's good? Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, what's good, Les? Yo, I had to come on. I wanted to talk about the situation with the fantasy boxing prediction thing. So when is the last day this week for it, first and foremost? Because I want to talk about this situation. But I never.
You have until Friday, or Thursday midnight. So Friday 12:01 in the morning to make your picks.
Okay, so I got to get in there because I missed last week, but I want to make sure that I, participate in it because that's some official stuff you got there, man. I try to win something, just like a scratch off. You want to try to win. You want to try to make sure that you win, or you're the better person than the next person. But yo, on the Gary Russell talk tonight, man, that was mad appreciated because he's been going around a lot of places. He's been like saying his name for a long time, and I'm glad that he's doing this. But this fight with Devin Haney, I got Devin Haney by knockout in the 9th round. I'm gonna just keep it real, yo. He gonna knock him out, bro. It ain't gonna be it's gonna be a stoppage, but it's gonna be like a TKO.
I don't
Damn,
know. I don't know.
TKO status champion?
Listen, maybe not. You know, and that's why I wanted Devin on here, man, because Devin fought the Dominican. Did he get the stoppage on him? He just fought somebody, and maybe Devin would have been like, well, Ness, I had an injury. I had the shoulder injury. Maybe that's why he didn't get the stoppage. I'm not sure, but you can ask. That's a question. There's a question there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty. It's not like he stops everybody. Look, he's gonna be a
what do you mean? The last fight he had with Alfredo Santiago?
Look at that. That one went the decision. That one went the decision.
Antonio Moran was the one he KO'd.
Remember, I made overhand right. Remember back in the day, I made a big deal when he was fighting on Showtime versus Ex Londani. And Londani is that he's like, I don't know, African or something. And we made a big deal about that. And that one went 10 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Juan Carlos Burgos, 10 rounds. So, can Haney stop him? Can he? Let's see. If you're on Blog Talk and you have not pressed 1, that's why we ain't go to you. So press 1 time and we can do that. We're going to go out to our Skype machine, get on out to all our Patreons out here. We got Brandon in Cincinnati. What up?
Up for the evening, Ness. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Super clear, champ.
Yeah, Gary, my nigga, man. I mean, I don't care what him and Bud got going on. I rock with the dude. I like the dude, man. It's sad that them two cats can't come together because they got a lot in common, in my opinion. But as far as the fight, I just think he ain't gonna be able to get around Devin jab, man. I think the reach and Devin, Devin can fight on the back foot real well, got fast feet. And Gary, he got fast hands, but he kind of slow-footed, though. He like to sit in the pocket and fight like an amateur, 6, 7 punch combinations, like he trying to get points. Like he still kind of fight that way. So I'm going to edge it to Devin just because, the size. But other than that, man, I'm about to watch some Michael Zuzki, man. I need to see what Mean Machine got going on. Have you ever seen this Kazuski fight? Any of y'all?
Yeah. I know him. He used to be signed to Top Rank. He got dropped after that first loss, and then he went back to Canada to build. He's from Canada though, so it's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? He fights a lot in Canada, man. It's gonna be,
I'm about to check him out now. But that's my call. Y'all have a good one.
All right. Gado, what up? We got a super chat in the meantime from Teddy B. Midwest Sports Talk says, Josecito Lopez is a soft touch. Top 30 beats him. Wow.
Wow, bro. Josecito Lopez was not looking like a soft touch.
Straight wilding, calling him a top 30 could beat him. Wow. Gado, talk to me.
Hey, yo, what's good, man? Y'all can hear me?
Yep.
Hey, yo, first, So I sent the super chat talking about respect, you know what I'm saying, win, lose, or draw, man. I just want to touch on that some more. We really do got to respect these dudes, man, for making fights we actually want to see. Like, I don't think people is, you know what I'm saying, that's getting through enough. And I don't know if Devin gonna knock him out, but I am leaning towards Devin. I want to know how y'all feel, and I want to know how much respect y'all gonna give, either one of them for winning. And on Ness, one more time, and it's a lot of things that factor into why people ain't messing with Keith Thurman no more, dog. Not just the loss, but yeah.
I mean, all them excuses to me wasn't good enough for people to stop riding with him. Like, oh, he got married. Sometimes, one time, anytime. All these weird things is like, yo, my man the only one that back to back. And look, Earl's doing that. Earl is doing that. Credit to him. Because before him, only Thurman. Only Thurman fought Porter, give me Danny. You know what I mean? Back to back. And now that's what Earl's doing. Porter, really, Mikey, Porter, Danny. Like, respect. That's respect. You know what I mean? But I hear you. I respect Gary for giving us, giving us what we want. It's like you said, he actually giving us a fight we want. I want to see Devin. Now I told Bill, they A side, right? It's gonna be on their network. They the bigger fighter. He's gotta Haney gotta put on not to get clowned, right? Because he's fighting a dude 2 divisions smaller, right? 26, then you gotta go to 30, then you gotta go to 35. So that's 2 divisions. We talking 9 pounds. That ain't that much either when you consider Mikey, who was moving up from 35 to 47, right? He skipped 40, so he went up 5 and then another 7, 12 pounds. Then when you consider Rigo, he went up from 22 to 30, right? So he skipped 6. He only had 2 divisions, right? Let me see what do you remember what weight they fought? I'm gonna get some more calls, but Lomachenko
and who?
Rigo. What weight they fought at? 30 or 35?
I thought
had to be
26 or something.
No. It had to be 30 or something.
It was 30.
And it was 30. It was light. I mean, do that Google search.
You.
You the producer.
Let me get to
you the one with the lab.
Let me get to Info Joe, California.
No,
what up, champ? Champ.
Mr. Info
Pugilist.
Mr. Info
Pugilist.
Okay. Info Joe with that. No.
That's so. I felt like I was in Enrique's lab rocking out.
No. Knock him off the box, Red.
Joe, what up?
What's up, my boxing brothers? Hey, first of all, everybody out there listening, man, hit the thumbs up. TBV is working hard every day, all month long, all year long. Hit the thumbs up. Yo, shout out to Gary Russell and Devin Haney making this fight happen. It was way better than Devin Haney versus Gamboa. This will be Devin Haney's most experienced fighter he's faced. It was Gary Russell. And this is Gary Russell's biggest challenge he had at
Since
that weight class going up.
This is biggest fight since Vasyl Lomachenko.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think JoJo's more popular than Devin? Who's more popular, the JoJo that beat Tevin or Devin?
That's a good one, man.
Because he did beat JoJo. We forget about that. Gary beat JoJo.
Right. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting, man. I'm not going to make no pick right now. I just want to say, man, shout out to TBV for pushing this fight over the ledge. And because most of the negotiations has been over social media, and y'all help out with that. So shout out to y'all, too. Shout out to Gary Russell and Devin Haney, man. Shout out to the boxing guys. I'm out.
Shout out. Speaking of shout out, DBX on the super chat says, great interview. Do Untitled tomorrow, please. Listen, if it was up to me, we would have did it today at 7. And then I got the call, and it was time to switch,
Last minute switch, too.
When you in the fight,
Let me tell you something. God is so good. I was passed out, okay? They called me twice after texting me twice. They could have just been like, man, F this dude. He wanted this interview at this time, and now he's not answering none of my text. And look, they called me twice after I missed 2 of it. I was passed out. So, I woke up like 6:05, straight to the phone call, like, yeah, up. All right, let's go. Went straight to work, setting it up.
And I was running a little bit behind, okay? And I was expecting a Untitled show, and I logged in not knowing there was a switch, okay?
Word?
And I saw Gary Russell.
So when you jumped in, you just seen Gary Russell like, oh.
Yeah. I was like, oh, shit. Now, he logged in. As I logged in, his background showed up. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, Gary Russell Jr.?
Let's go, champ.
The fighter?
On Untitled? Yo, we got some more super chat love coming from Oscar, who says, just showing love and appreciate you guys, what you guys do. All right, we got some callers looking like Mr. PBC in Seattle. What up?
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingWords.com. I'm the finest. Canelo talking about he believes he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife. Cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, PBC, looking good out here. I like the way.
I mean,
Gary
this
got,
actually a Dazn fight. They putting up 1.5 for this.
No,
fight.
I'm talking about Gary since he fucks with Al Heyman and stuff. My bad. Let me finish my what I gotta say. Man, I like how Gary, how he's stepping out there. He's selling himself, man. I love that. That's what a lot of fighters nowadays. I love that he's reaching on all platforms like TBV, just speaking his mind about everything in the boxing world, showing he's a boxing fan, showing he got history with everybody. I can't wait for this fight to happen, man. I finally get to see Devin and Gary, live on some big fights. They make this history right here, man. We're going to see what Devin's about. I hope Devin gets on. I got a couple questions for him, just like I did for Gary. But that's my call.
All right, champ. Yo, it's show business, man. We might not get to everybody calls. We might not get to everybody question. We try our best. Like I said, I have, for a while now, I haven't heard anything back. Like, they was on hitting me up at like 7:45ish, Bill and Devin, but it went dead. Maybe they got busy. I don't know. But it's like I told them in the text, man. If y'all can't make it, it's all good because I know, I seen. They've been on every platform they've been on it. They really wanted this fight. Those guys are smart. And let me tell you something. This is not the first time that they use social media. I'm sure you can hear me saying this on an old Devin Haney show because like Bill told you one time that he came on, I've been covering Devin since he was 12 years old. Since he was 12 years old, I've been new. So, they used social media back then with the sparring footage and Mexico fights. Like, they was using social media back then to get in the position that they had today. And shout out to them, man, because he came on the show last week and he told us, like, their deal with Dazn indicates that they have the free reign to make the big fight if it's out there. They're not going to be held back, and that's fire. And if this gets done, which it sounds like it's pretty done, if this gets done, I mean, that just shows that Devin made the right decision in signing with Dazn. It just shows that he's a young boss. I mean, he already showed that with Devin Haney Promotions co-signing with Matchroom. He already showed that getting $1 million for Dominican mandatory defense when dudes is getting 1.2 for unifications in the biggest fight of their life. You understand? So Devin is in the right position. I just hope that this fight gets over the line. We going out to J-Mac in the New Orleans. What up? What up?
Cheer. You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style. I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Terence.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing him.
You want to bet $100,000 on that?
Let's bet $1 million.
Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Yo, can you hear me?
Pretty good, champ.
Hey, maybe you'd answer some be able to got to people question if you want to start dealing and dipping into the BS he was talking with Bud and trying to get your little Bud hate on.
Well, that's what made him hot, right? Am I wrong or am I right? Him saying that he punched Bud in the face is what got his name out here.
Yeah, congratulations. I was saying congratulations to Mr. Shaw or Slim or whatever you want to call him and stuff like that. I find it funny because I heard somebody super chat saying about standards and check. Gary Russell not living in reality, man. Like with the American giving Floyd problems, I guess that is his opinion.
and he's critiquing fighters where he still fight similar to like he's still in amateurs. He over punches, he throw too many punches in his combinations, and he's not really a great boxer. He's just a guy with fast hands and tries to bombard you with his speed and set you up. And we seen how that worked when he fought Lomachenko, and he gave us some BS excuse talking about hydrated. So I mean, I'm listening to him, but I'm supposed to take him serious when he get on a show and an interview, and he say stuff like that. Man, Devin Haney is gonna embarrass Gary Russell, and I'm just looking forward to the excuses after the fight.
All right. Hey, at least you picked, and that's what's important. Cause I don't know. I think this is a real good fight, and by good I mean tough both ways. Tough both ways. Real good fight. We got
Read DBX, man. You read DBX and Oscar, right?
DBX. Let's refresh. I just wish Doomy would do what I said and log in the way that I said.
I have it here. I just want to make sure you didn't read it. Great interview. Do Untitled tomorrow, please, Ness. I'm pretty sure you read that, right?
We read that. And Oscars, we read. And Teddy B's. You read Coach Myers.
Yep.
And Max.
Just make sure no man left
behind. That's right, Doomy. That's right. Shout out to Doomy. Showed up. I thought he was going to duck me. I actually thought they all was going to duck me. But Mario ended up being the only little ducky duck. Let's see who we got. James Benitez, what it do?
Yo, man, this been a great interview, man. All the Bud slander, man, is what we all need to hear, man. He was calling out straight facts. I mean, talking about Bud pump faking with the dang on Errol Spence, talking about put up $1 million. Man, look, man, I love Gary Russell. I hope he beat the brakes off of Devin. Can't wait to see the fight. Hey, Ness, man, when it comes to us setting up questions on Patreon, man, I'm going to have to send money along with my question with you, man, to get them asked.
Damn, why? Why you say that? Let me see where you was at. What position you was in?
Shit, I think like 8, man. Like 8 or 9.
Yo, is that we was going in with Gary, so we ain't get to all of them. But let me see what you talking about for the Gary one, right?
Yeah, for the Gary one, yeah.
We got to like James Valdez. We only go down in order. We don't skip. But let me see how far away you was from almost getting it done. All right, so we stopped at. Oh yeah, yeah. We stopped at George Foster. I ain't even get to Killer Kels. My bad, Kels. I know he listening. He the one told me like, yo, Ness, get Gary because he's in the mastermind. But hey, Kels, at least you in the mastermind. You actually get credit. He the one told me like, Ness, you should get Gary today. So I ain't get to your question. My bad, champ.
Hey.
Yeah, man. I hear you though, James. You going in and out a bit, but yeah, you was 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 5, 6, 7 people ahead of you, champ. You gotta be fast.
Hey, it's all good. I'm just gonna send you love for the content today, man. It's all good.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm just glad y'all be rocking with us every show, man. Every show, and yeah, man, this was a good one, like you said. There was a lot of questions. Jesus Christ, wow.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, Gary has been very vocal,
Listen,
man.
we could get him back. We could get him back. Believe me, he's not hard to get, and I didn't get him sooner, cause you know how it is. I don't press the issue, man, and I be falling asleep, literally and figuratively, when it comes to this. Like, I don't stay on that message. Like, I get so many messages a day on so many different platforms that a text might be there.
Hey, Ness, I remember a time.
Hello, darkness, my.
What up?
Yeah, I remember a time. I remember it was Gary Russell Jr. Was we went out on the field to interview what's my man from Pittsburgh who lives in Pittsburgh, got the gym in Pittsburgh. What's his name?
Steve Cunningham.
Fighter. Steve Cunningham, Chris Algieri.
That was for the Tyson Fury fight, right?
Nah, it wasn't. It was in Brook. It was. I think it was a Barclays Center fight. But anyway, Gary Russell was on the card as well, I think, or one of his brothers, and he happened to be there. And we interviewed him, and he was like, armored up. He wasn't really open and vocal. Remember that? We was like, yo, he
in the
dry.
back. It was like in a dark room in the back where we had it to ourselves.
Yeah, he
and
was dry,
I think he
right?
was
But
on a stool.
Today is like he took that armor off.
Nah, but you
right?
know what,
I mean,
though?
lately he's been taking the armor off, but now he was more welcoming and warm and giving us his perspective on fighters. It was a good thing, and I think people connected with him more on that level now that he's there, accessible and open. So that's what made today special for me, with Gary Russell Jr.
Sam, I love Sam. Yo, Sam said Ness was using elite level psychology. He talks good about Bud, so Gary talks bad.
Why you serious?
Nah. You gave
Sam. You've cracked the nest.
Gave your info as a reporter, right? He gave
Sam,
his info.
Sam cracked the Nesechi code.
I wasn't capping. Like, it is the truth. Like, I believe the bud tenders with half of the shit they say. Like, bruh, my man got like 8 straight knockouts, and he is like, if you start comparing finishes,
right?
He's
a finisher.
Total package of the fight. Like, how does the fight look when you watch it? Who's doing what? And he's bringing that action. That's all you cannot say he ain't bringing the action. It's like every fighter, nobody's perfect. So yeah, there's stuff you gonna want him to do more of. Like you just said, yo, Gary, when I first met him, he was shelled. And now he's all open and you excited. And that's all it is. It's like everybody got a little bit of something that they want that person to do more of. And Gary's starting to do that for us now. We always wanted Gary to fight more and talk more. And damn, the question I forgot to ask, you know what was the question? Gary,
what's that?
I needed to set it up like this. Since this fight is official, like I was supposed to set him up like, yo, so is this fight good? You think it's done? Well, as long as the contracts is what they say it is, it's done. Well, cool. So who was that dude you supposed to fight at 35? Because since you ain't fighting him, it shouldn't matter. You shouldn't want to not tell us. Remember, he said if Devin don't take the fight, it's cool. Me and my people's working on something, and it's gonna be at, like he was gonna make a statement regardless. He said it's gonna be at 35, and it's gonna be a top 10 name. I think was the words he used. He said top 10 at 35. So regardless, he said he was working on a fight for 35, and I forgot to get that out of him. Who was that name? Who is a top 135 that would have been available for him to fight?
Good ass question.
And he made it seem like we wasn't gonna be mad. Like
my immediate reaction was Gamboa, and then you said top 10. I'm like, ooh, who's that?
Nah, Gamboa. What?
No, but I'm just saying, like, he was gonna fight somebody reputable, not reputable, but known. Cause all his fights, I don't know any of his opponents. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's
it's like all hardcore fighters. I'm sure they're challengers, but they were all hardcore.
Nah, they champions. They champions and former champions. You know, he got a decent resume. People like to talk about him because he fought once a year, but he got a decent resume. Let me get to JP Long Beach. What it do?
JP, what up?
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
That was a great interview, y'all. Excellent. Here for the shit, here for the smoke. So Ness, I appreciate what you do. Always. You should have asked Gary, man, where was all this die on my sword shit when he had the Loma fight? You know, that's the only part that I got with Gary. Gary been trying to sell these fucking wolf tickets. He finally got a buyer. But all this die on my sword and you gotta take me out. No, we already seen you down in a fight, Gary, and you let it go easily. So since then, I haven't really wanted to see him. I haven't been interested in him. If he don't come out and die on his sword, because when you talk like this is why a lot of us mad at Deontay. You came out with all this black power shit and then laid an egg. So you don't put yourself on blast like that. So, you know, you putting all that extra on yourself, Gary, he gotta do it this time. So I think a lot on the line for Gary. That's my call.
All right.
Hey, Yes, over the weekend, I went, it was a Labor Day weekend, a lot of barbecues. I go to a barbecue, and one of my friends, somebody come up to me, he know I box. We went to boxing events many times. He comes up to me, first thing out of his mouth, "Hey, yo, Crawford, Terence Crawford. He's the man, pound for pound, #1. Nobody could take him." And he started name dropping. Not Keith Thurman, not Earl Spence. He just kept going. So there are a lot of Bud fans. I'm one of them. I just don't, wave a Bud flag like that. He is the truth, I wanted to say. I don't know how you feel about that, but,
Yo, I mean, the truth is Earl, for one, and he's proved that. And that's what we asking for. We asking for proof. Bud fans is cool with eye tests. We want hard factual evidence, and that's what Earl is giving us, and Keith is giving us, and Porter has given us. So, that's just that. That's gonna be the argument forever until
that's a
he
good
give us that
perspective.
fight.
I like that angle.
Let me
That's
get
the argument. For all those who don't have an argument for Earl for Bud, there you go. All these dudes proven. Now we need Bud to prove.
But that's the thing. The Bud tend to go like, "What you mean, prove? Them dudes ain't undisputed. Them dudes wasn't unified." That's how they justify it. But let me get to Coach Myers in Connecticut. What up?
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
Chilling.
All right. So this is where I'm a little bit confused. I listened to Blue Blood Sports TV live yesterday, not even 18 hours ago, and they had Gary Russell's older brother on there talking about the Devin Haney fight and that Eddie Hearn ain't picking up the phone. And then Bill Haney called in the same live and said, if you got the money, you send 1.5 in 48 hours and it'll be done. Now, Bill Haney dropped his whole email on the live yesterday, not even 24 hours ago, and said you got 48 hours. And Gary Russell's older brother said they have December 7th open for that. So when Gary came on today, it kind of threw me for a loop because it's like yesterday's big brother just said that Eddie Hearn ain't picking up the phone. And then Bill Haney dialed in.
Because it's different. It's different now. Remember, Devin been all over social media saying, I got the money now. Like, they worked out the details they needed to work out on their side to make it okay. Because remember, Gary had stipulations. Gary didn't want to have no 2-fight deal. Gary, also wanted $2 million. So it was shit that had to be worked out is how I'm looking at it. And now it's ready.
I hear that, but it was just a different tone yesterday with Bill Haney. That's why I hope you can get Devin and Bill on. You know what I mean? So we can see what's the truth.
I mean, look, I get what you're saying because I just caught on. You saying basically Bill was kind of insinuating like they already had a date with Gamboa.
No. When Blue Bell was on with Gary Russell's older brother, he was saying they were trying to make the fight with Devin, but Eddie Hearn ain't picking up the phone. That was as 17 hours ago. The live is still up on his feed. And then Bill Haney called in and was like, if you guys, quote unquote, want to fight us and got the money, you got 48 hours. And then he dropped his live, Bill Haney, on the live stream and said, you got my email. You said 48 hours, December 7th. It'll be emailed to you. So I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, Gary's saying something totally different, but if you check Blue Bloods Live yesterday, it was totally different conversation. But that's my call.
I mean, that was the big brother, man. It's Gary, and I think that today everything changed. 25 minutes into the show, Devin made it clear that they got the money now, that there won't be any stipulations, any multiple fight, just the one fight and just a one-way rematch clause, so and remember too, 17 hours, the UK is like 5 hours ahead of us too, so you got to give Eddie time to get up and get his team together because it's still a financial move. They gonna still have to get in that think tank and be like, yo, do we really let Devin fight him? They gotta weigh it out. But it's like I said to Bill, they in a win-win. Devin's in a win-win. It's Gary that's moving up. You understand? It's Devin that needs the name. So yeah, Gary was super honest in saying that they need each other. But Devin needs a name. Like, Gary is a champ. All the hater can say about Gary is, yo, he fight once a year, yo. But they will never not, give him legitimacy as a champion. People question Haney's legitimacy. Specifically, Teofimo Lopez calls him a 2-time email champ. So, Haney needs this fight. I want this fight for the both of them. James Valdez, what up?
Hey, Ness, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, respect to Coach Myers and the other podcasts he's talking about, man, but I don't listen to other podcasts, man. I just listen to TBV because you guys bring the best interviews and stuff, man. Shout out to you, Ness, because, well, first of all, with Haney, I believe Haney beats Gary Russell within 6 to 8 rounds towards the end. But if he pulls it off, man, you bringing up Mikey, I'd love to see him fight Mikey, man. That would be a big fight. That would be a big fight, man. So props to you for bringing up Mikey.
All right, brother, no problem. Yeah, I know Steve. I think it was Steve in Chicago had put in the chat, like, oh, Diamond Belt is just a trophy. I mean,
it's like a status
on a
piece.
debate,
Like, almost, it's like you got a little rolly. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. On a debate, that's a good joke, and that works. But in reality, Diamond Belt is what Callum has, and it is gonna get him a shot at that WBC. I was at the convention. It's already been mandated. You could find print on it. But Mikey is emeritus, which you should Google for me so I could get to another caller, and then you correct me if I'm wrong. But emeritus status is a status that now that Mikey attempted to be great and fight at 47, he's like, yo, you know what? This ain't my world. Yo, I want my belt back. You get to fight the champ at 35. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to get to some callers. We going to Jay Hardcore in Baltimore. What up, champ?
Dollar D Beyonce Production.
Jay Hardcore Boxing.
They don't know shit about boxing.
BoxingWords.com.
Yo, what's up there, family? How y'all all doing this evening?
All good, champ. How are you?
Pretty good, champ. Bless.
Yeah, I can't complain, man. I really enjoyed the interview, man. Hearing one of my natives over there, Gary Russell. We from D.C., so I love the chatter, man, for sure. Definitely looking forward to seeing this fight, man. I'm going to be truthfully honest. I think it's a little early for Haney. I feel, though, he's an excellent fighter. I just feel, though, that this is going to come down to a chess match, and the intellect is going to win, to be truthfully honest. But let me say one more thing. If Haney does beat Gary Russell, oh, my God, we got a monster on our hands. That's pretty much all I got to say, fellas. I appreciate the grind 24/7 that y'all put out there, man. Keep putting it out there. As I tell everybody, smash the like button, no shoplifting on the show. Let's take this show to be the top show. It is already the top show in the world. So unless we go out of space, other than that, there ain't nowhere else to go. It's a pleasure. Y'all take it easy.
Champ, thank you for calling in. Jay
I have not found
Hardcore.
one thing on emeritus.
Jay
Jeez.
Hardcore, also the owner of wirelessbuzzshops.com. He sent us a pair of wireless earbuds, which we are giving away to our TBV Fantasy Pick'em League winner. So you're going to be getting this as well as the other prize. And you know the other prize. So this is just secondary. Remember, if you don't want to wait to win, you can head on over to Wireless Air budshop.com and purchase some. And you can also get 10% off by using the code TBV. We ain't making nothing, but that's our man's. He's been calling in. You hear the intro. He's been calling in for years. And he sent me a pair, man. and I'm starting to repeat myself, but it's all factual. So, yeah.
Yo, I want to add something on there.
Go for it.
I know. All right. I want to add from my capsule collection, Muhammad Ali is a Heather Gray Dazn print on my custom, oversized shirt, Heather Gray for the fall. If you live in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, East Coast or West Coast, or if it's 46 degrees in Texas, and you want to look warm with a short sleeve Heather Gray sweatshirt, I'm gonna throw it in that Pick'em league, Ness. But you gotta be responsible for the shipping.
Yeah. Because it's gonna go to one person. It's gonna go to one
person. All right,
person.
so we just gotta give the
allegedly, Doomy and his wife have taken over the shipping for TBV. So we gonna be sending out even more. You know what I'm saying? I got some koozies right here. I found some koozies, y'all. Yo, this was one of my first things I made. Like, damn, I gotta give something to the people. I still got some of these because if you don't order
I remember
big,
that the camouflage joint.
If you don't order big, you gonna pay too much. So I ordered so big that I still got some of these. There's only a few left though.
And I want to say that my shirt on the Pick'em is courtesy of Boxing Fan Apparel. So if you want to see that shirt, it is in the capsule collection. It's Heather Gray, Muhammad Ali, Dazn shirt.
Speaking of Dazn, check out my free Dazn bottle. But I'm just using it as an example. Here goes the koozie, right? So like the bottle's too cold. It's too cold, Enrique. You slide the sleeve on like so.
Right.
Damn.
And it keeps it cold.
But it keeps it cold too. But your hand ain't cold.
Or warm.
But your hand ain't cold. And look, it say the boxing voice.
Yo, you know what else though? Yo, I got inspired, man.
What?
Today I went to my attic.
Hold up, Chan. Hold up. Because he think this Untitled. See, Enrique ain't been on, y'all, but he's always on Untitled. For the Patreons, they know that. So he don't do the day shows. So he's already in talk mode. He want to talk. You see, he ready. Untitled's almost like therapy for Enrique. So he missing that. I got to get to some callers before they start cursing us out. Juan in the BX, what up? Just listening, going once?
Juan, don't miss out, man. We missed you at the fight, the boxing bars.
All right. Keem in Florida, talk to me. Keem just listening. All right.
Keem that made the Danny Garcia shirt?
Keem that didn't make the Danny Garcia shirt.
Oh,
I put it in there. It was one of his friends, though. One of his friends did make it, though. So, you can ask him questions.
El gran campeón puertorriqueño,
You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch gloves and go to work. Tonight, Roy. Let's go to work.
Yo, Ness, I ain't got good service where I'm at, man. It's live, bro. I'm just listening.
All right, champ. We going to King Amin in Essex.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Yo, I'm gonna make this real quick, man. Yo, Gary Russell, with all due respect, and usually somebody going to say something crazy, but I gotta say this: he has the speed of Ray Leonard, he's got the fight schedule of Floyd Mayweather, and he's got the arms of an alligator. I'm not really like he, unless he's fighting jockeys, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not really fighting nobody else at 126 because, like, how long? Like, yo, Gary Russell got to be killing himself to make 126. Okay, move up to 130. And that was my issue. Like, yo, I'm just saying, it takes a lot of athleticism, but a grown man at 126 pounds, like, you got to move up eventually or you killing yourself. Or he got to bust a move for me. We talking about what Bud is doing at 147. Yo, Gary Russell been holding the division hostage. So, yeah, his name is like, yeah, you know, Devin Haney needs it, but yo, it's Gary Russell. No, he's on the clock. So that's my call. I'm making it quick. Homeboy's on the clock, man. I'm out.
All right. Damn, I know that ain't all we gained, bruv. Cause I'ma be real tight. What? Yo, since this morning show, we've only gained 4 subscribers. We had 116,025. Man, come on, man. We trying to get to 117,000, man. Like, damn. Brought you that fire today. What's up? Tell a friend to tell a friend. Have you shared the show on your IG? If you share it on IG, I'm going to repost you to 60,000, all right? And then repost you on my other personal account. Let's go. Let's get the network popping. Looking like Coach Meyer says, yeah, I listen to 2 other podcasts, but I pay for TBV monthly. #bars. I tried to spit it. That ain't no bar, champ. I tried the best I possibly could. Like, yeah, I listen to 2 other podcasts, but I pay TBV monthly. And then it's the shoulders up emoji, hands up. Like, I don't know emoji, #bars. I thought he was trying to spit that one, but then we got Damo Jackson says, Bud fought the whole fight with Delorme orthodox. So, shut me up, allegedly. I don't know. I ain't watching in a while. You know what I mean? Stonebone to tell me I believe him. I ain't saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying.
Yo, and our meme is right, man. Gary Russell got a 64.2 inch reach, and my man Terence Crawford got 10 more inches on that. Damn, alligator arms for real. But I don't think.
Hey, did anybody call Tyson alligator arms though?
Well, let's look up his reach though. But Tyson was a different style, man. You know, he was like left, right, in and out. You know.
Yo, anybody on Blog Talk, if you haven't pressed 1, there ain't no way you're going to have any type of fun with us because we don't even know that you want to talk. We're going back out here to Skype, and we're going to unveil something new. We're going to let me let you hear something new.
Get your ass in the ring and
Ain't no
swing,
hard
man.
button. You boxing motherfucker like this.
BoxingWords.com.
Hey, Daddy. Boxing thinking man's game.
This a dollar bill.
Skill. Up here. You gotta be out thinking motherfucker. That's what
BoxingWords.com.
Decatur, Georgia, Liz Low, what it do?
Hey, what's up, TVV? Shout out to y'all, man. I had to finally give me an intro, dog. Had to. Shout out to DBIC, by the way. Hey, y'all go fuck with the cat. You know, appreciate you. I had my first one. Hey, real quick, I'm gonna try to slide through my junk because I know how the time go. So shout out to what's his name? Gary Russell. I ain't catch the interview, man. I was taking a nap. My bad, dog. But shout out to Gary Russell, his brother Batman, his other brother Antoine. Shout out to Devin Haney, Bill Haney, and Mickey Bay. I appreciate all them cats for getting this fight done. Now, with that said, shout out to TBV and every other boxing platform out there. We definitely appreciate y'all. And last but not least, fans, don't think that this fight didn't happen without y'all. You feel me? Like, without us, y'all, it wouldn't have went down. But the way we pressed for it and the goddamn media went for us, like TBV, I 100% appreciate it. Now, let me say these 2 things real quick. Haney sent a tweet saying he done sent the contract. So, you know, Gary wanted that thing by Friday, so I'm glad he got that out. Second, Fortuna was going to be that fight that you was wondering who he was going to fight. Javier Fortuna. Because what Batman said was, since Devin Haney and them threw that little mishap in the contract, they were like, fuck it, then we're going to go around here, we're going to fight Fortuna, get the mandatory, then we're going to come see you. Then we going to be the one to pay for the fight so Al can get all the money. Just a little quick, catch up. Shout out to everybody once again. Baldy, my guy, I appreciate you. Y'all stay up.
All right. We got a super chat from Count Drago who says, Briedis versus Dordicos. Official thoughts. I was trying to do Count Dracula. I couldn't do it. How about
what the hell was that? I knew what you were doing.
I was trying to do Count Dracula.
What are those?
I was trying to do Count Dracula.
Yo, real quick, Mike Count Chocolate. Yo, real quick, Mike Tyson had a 71-inch reach. Lennox Lewis, 84-inch.
There you go.
And Andrew Galata, remember him, 79.13-inch reach. So reach don't really matter. It's skill.
It do matter because Lennox Lewis beat.
Yeah, it does. But then that's why I brought up Andrew Galata with a 79.13 reach, and he got beat by Mike Tyson. So Reach does not matter. It is all about, your style, your skill level.
For sure. My Jimbe. Que lo que?
¿Qué pasó, hermanito?
Yo, Cash.
B-Mal, man. Yo, I'm just gonna tell y'all straight. This is how much I love this show. I was the third person on Skype. Played a full game of Shoots and Ladders with my daughter. Full game of Sorry. Left my parents waiting for my call because I was supposed to call them today. And I'm just getting my call. But it doesn't even matter because that's how much I love this show. And all I want to tell y'all is go on to Gary's IG and let him know that y'all love this interview. Let them know because they're gonna keep on coming back. They're gonna be here every day, wanting to put out more news for us. So just say thanks, man. That's all y'all need. Just say thanks. But I do got it as a 50-50 fight, him and Devin Haney, for sure. But yo, that's my call. Appreciate y'all.
Vamos, campeón.
All right.
Yo, you got Tadamu Jackson, right?
Yes. Sony, what up?
Hey, yo, what up, TBV? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear, Sony Rock.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, I'm going to try to see if I can bust this off before my time ends. All right, so I've been real critical of Gary Russell, the past couple of weeks, but I gotta say I respect the interview. I was looking forward to the Untitled show, but yo, Ness, you did your thing with this interview, so mad love, much props. I still think Gary Russell got enough food on his plate at his division. I don't think he should be fucking with Devin, but it is what it is, so I hope the fight happens. It's boxing, so I'm with it. Hey, yo, before I let out, yo, Ness, you got agreed upon match with King Amin versus TJ of Cincinnati for this Saturday. That just to throw that in there. Peace and love.
Uh-oh, confirmation on boxing bars. Uh-oh.
What's that?
I don't know. It looks like we're
I'm
getting
the champ, so my ears are on it. What's up?
Ah, you ain't the champ. Oh, you is the champ.
He's the champ. What you talking about?
But you and him, you got a rematch. Like you can't go nowhere yet. You got to win twice.
But the point is, I'm past where Doomy still left where I left him. You know what I'm saying? Mario got defeated. Doomy, I know you feel away about that.
I feel like you slipped in. Like you slipped in. Like
internet champ. Call me a paper champ. Call me an email champ. Don't matter.
You slid in like Gumby, and I'm out here with Mario like a blockhead, and I'm not feeling that. I need my shot.
Yep, I need my shot. When somebody nervous, they make slip ups. Mario was nervous.
I was a little behind. I had to hit up one of my pound for pounds. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he getting everything he need. You know what I mean? Talking about pound for pound, man. Talking about the pound for pound. One of them. You know what I mean? Because that was Jordan. But this is the D now.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Damn, yo, I should have played your new song. I don't know where that's at, though. I had put it in here, but...
Explain. Red belt, black belt, WO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Stainless.
Stain the main.
Bro, can you hear me?
Now we can.
Cool. I sent you like 5 tracks, bro. You have to be specific. Yo, you need to send Deontay that.
I seen the other ones. What you mean? You know I heard all the other ones.
What track you talking about?
You sent me instrumentals and vocal tracks. Or you sent the new one with I mean already?
No, we gonna have to go back a couple of times. You know, what I'm saying we gotta fine tune a recording for his. But I say go ahead and send that anyway, and we still gonna send it to him again, man. It's with all that flack that be coming that dude way, man. He need to know he got fans out here that support him no matter what to this day. So you know what I'm saying? That track is for him, it's for us. You know what I'm saying? It's for TBV. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all my TBV patrons, especially those on the $15 tier who here all day, every day, even when the car go off. You know what I'm saying? That means you get that Boxing Bars mixtape volume 1. You know what I'm saying? With no hassle. So shout out to you. Casual, man. Shout out to you, TBV Boxing Bars champion.
Woo.
Oh my God. What an upset you talking about. You know what I'm saying? I like your second verse better than your first, I ain't gonna lie, but I'm saying congratulations to you on that. Doom, you slipping and you sleeping for that, bruh.
Ooh.
Hey, I'm gonna catch that as motivation, champion.
Yeah, I know that second verse was better than the first verse. That's why I had it in a pocket. But right now, I'm doing like that. I'm just going like, if I like it, I'm sticking with it. There's times that I really don't like it and I don't change it. But this time, I'm gonna stick with it, and I'm off of Mario's head.
So,
or his mustache in this case.
Right. Hey, take his mustache and sew it up with Keith Thurman ponytail. You know what I'm saying? You can have a little loser's rope or something.
I ain't afraid of that. But yo, Keith Thurman cut his hair?
Nah, you know he's supposed to cut his ponytail after he lost the Pacquiao.
Oh, true. Okay. We spoke about that on
yeah. But Doomy, I heard you talking. You want to spit on one of these tracks, bro? What's up?
Yeah, bro, I am, and I was just talking to my lady today, man, because I got to start writing my rhymes too for battle a lot earlier.
He wants to start writing his own rhymes and not letting his lady write it.
You know what I'm saying? Cash Weezy got this conspiracy going on that my girl ill with the rhymes and shit, but she might be, champ. It's like no, I want to jump on the track, and that's serious talk, bro. I think it's gonna be flames, bro. And from what I heard you spit, and I'm hearing King Amin, I know this is gonna be fire, bro. And the beats, honestly, champ, like they move you. You feel me? And you put that together with some emotion and some realness in there. I think it's gonna be a good look for TBV in its entirety.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Amin, man. He was actually the first one to finish, man. Info coming up right behind him, though, if I'm being real. To anybody trying to spit on Boxing Bars who already supposed to be spitting on Boxing Bars Volume 1, the deadline for your submission is September 21st. So get that in, because I'm trying to put it out the 1st of October for these border war guys so they can have that to listen to and maybe even get them some ring walks out of it.
And for those that don't know, Stain, how do we get, how do we do this? How do we get the verse to you?
How to get the track?
Yeah, how can we make it possible?
I'm gonna spit on one that Ness sent me. If we over on time tonight, I'm kind of in the vibe. I might do it tonight.
I think that's this one though. I sent you this one because you late, yo. Y'all letting Stainless gonna drop an album by the time y'all finish the mixtape.
Now I'm gonna do one tonight, and then if there's a second beat, then you gotta send me that beat.
So I still got pressure on me. I try to keep the pressure on me as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a little easier for me because, that was part of my profession for a long time. So shout out to everybody else for stepping out of their comfort zone a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because, we ain't here to judge. This is all for the love. It's a community thing. So people really anticipating this mixtape, though. So we going to do it right for y'all, man. These songs are coming together well, man. I'm proud of my work, but I'm proud of the energies I'm getting from everybody else too, man. So shout out to them. And if you
Stainless, how do I do it? Do I just rap over the beat and then send that in, or is it like
Champ? He gonna get with you. Check your Skype. He'll hit you up after the show. Come on, Champy.
All right, well say that then.
You can hit me on Instagram or Stainless313615. Facebook, Rodney Meadows. I don't care, man. It's 1,000 different. And Casual, you got my number too, bro. You can just text me.
Word.
I got you.
to the side with
Slipping.
my.
He already
Oh,
told y'all. I'll remind him, Stainless. He already told y'all that anybody that wants to spit, he has a few applications that you could use where you still hear the beat in your ears. You spit your vocals, but it'll strip away the beat and only send him the vocals. That being said, I'm moving on to Steve in Chicago.
My town up in K-Town. Hey, Daddy, this is $1 beat.
I drank soda, I eat pizza. I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they gain the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
Boxingwiz.com.
Yo, what's up?
What up? What up?
Yeah, this is a great fight. I love this fight, and but you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know why so many people are quick to pick Haney. To me, this is just my opinion. This isn't like other fighters we've seen that go up 2 weight divisions. This Mikey, for example, like usually the higher weight fighter is the more of elite fighter. This is the other way around. It makes it kind of interesting. Haney's green. I don't know, like, you know, I know he's good. I mean, I love the guy. He's a great fighter, but Gary's on a different level, man. I'll be honest with you. If this fight was this Saturday and this was third more pickup, I'm leaning towards Gary. I mean, Gary's been through a lot more than what Haney, like, he's still green, man. Who has he beat? He's beaten a bunch of Euro bums. Like, he, you know, like, I mean, he's, you know, watching him, yeah, he's great, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Gary's the elite fighter, not Haney. Haney's what, 21? 20, 21? I think he just turned 21. Come on, man.
Yeah,
No.
but that means he'll be like, you know, 10 years younger than Gary or something.
Yeah, but man, you're in your prime. Gary's in his prime.
Got the man strength already.
All right, Steve, you done or did we lose Skype?
I think Skype might have dropped on.
Stone Bone, talk to us.
What up? What up?
What up?
Oh man, great show, man. Gary Russell was funny, man. He good, nice, entertaining. I like this fight. I just think the size is going to be a real factor. I think when Haney fight a person of this caliber, he's going to be very cautious. So you're going to be in for a lot of jabs to the chest, the stomach area, a lot of range fighting. So Gary's going to have to close that distance and get through what Devin is going to be trying to do with the elusiveness. He's going to use a lot of back foot. Gary has short arms, so he's going to have to get inside. But Ness, I want to play a game with you. You know I always like playing games with you. Gary said that basically Bud was a paper champion because he beat Delorme, right, for the vacant title, right?
Nah, he ain't really say Delorme. He just said vacant titles.
The vacant title.
So we didn't go into it though, because
that's the real. I guess. Well, that he fought for that vacant title. He beat Ricky, but that's the only vacant title he fought for, though, right?
But he could be talking about Postal.
But that wasn't a vacant title.
I know, but Postal won. Postal won it in a
title.
vacant title and then unified with him.
Right. Okay. So yeah, just keep playing along with me.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you call it when a fighter loses to a fake or not even a real champion? Do you remember that him and Gary? You remember him and Lomachenko
was for a vacant title.
For a vacant title. So you lost in your vacant title shot. But guys who winning those vacant title shots are bums. Man, I catch you on my boomerang.
All right.
7-4 gifted is Boomy to Steve.
All right, Steve, you back?
Ready to attack.
Actually, Steve, before I get to the boomerang, let me get the Teddy B and I'll come back to the boomerangs. Teddy B, in the place to be.
Yeah, I just had a couple things. One, the Santiago kid that Devin had fought, he was an Olympian, and he had already beat Jason Velez, so he wasn't that much of a, like, he was unknown, but he wasn't that much of a bum. Like people
I
say.
never called him a bum. Never.
And he was 6 foot tall, so it's not like he was like a short guy. For the
All I
division either.
said is he got a few fights where he didn't stop nobody, and they ain't on the level of Gary. So
No, that's true. And also, it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a big fight, bigger fight. And that fight, if Gary lose, he don't lose nothing. And I still think after he fight Haney, he probably gonna get a tank fight anyway, somewhere at 130. So it's all good. And that dude Jay Hardcore, he sound like he one of Gary Kinfolk. Like he sound like the DMV area as a whole.
he from out there. He from
yeah. Dudes out here sound the exact same. I'll be cracking up all the time going places. But yeah, and also Gary don't sit down on his punches good enough, so that's the reason I'm picking Haney to win. I think Haney win like a decision, like a wide decision. But it'll be entertaining though, especially the build up. But that's all I got. Oh, and Gary, I bet Gary actually at the Jared Hurd fight, he is tiny, y'all. He like 5'3". Like he is small.
Yo,
So,
I wonder
he's
if
tiny.
they've ever stood next to each other, yo. That's
5'3"? Who's 5'3"?
He's saying Gary 5'3", but I just wonder, has Gary ever stood next to Haney though?
Real quick, super chat, Mr. 704 says, I'm paying for you to play that new Wilder song. Salute to the Patreon family and the chat. Hashtag
Oh my
Sniper
God,
Gang.
he gonna make me go silent here looking for this. It's in here though.
Wilder
I got
got a
y'all.
song? In the meantime,
Wilder
Superman-
got a song. See, that's what happens when you ain't on the show. You don't really know what's going on.
But Wilder got 83-inch reach, Tyson Fury 85-inch, and Anthony Joshua 82-inch.
Here you
so
go. Here you
just
go.
put
This
the
what he
perspective on
wanted
the
to hear.
skills.
This what he wanted. What board is this? Okay, that's that board.
Let's go,
Let me
champ.
go
You
here.
feel
I'm
me?
gonna pause this. Pause it. Pausing this. Pausing this. Now we're gonna go here. And then we're gonna make some announcements, right? Because we can't leave no man behind. You got any super chats? You good?
Big Supermax says Haney versus Gary could play out like De La Hoya versus Mosley 1, where the smaller man comes up and just wills his way to a victory. Also, check the pre-pro. On the pre-pro, he gave us information on the emeritus status.
My man, you couldn't find it. I bet you he found it. I mean, not that he found it. I hope I'm right. It's really what
He
I
been
want to say.
found it.
All right, so tell us what he said, what it means, stands for, emeritus.
So, in the explanation that he has given us, it says the World Boxing Council named Floyd Mayweather as its new champion emeritus. This means that should Money May decide to come out of retirement, he will be granted an automatic title shot at the WBC welterweight and light middleweight belts.
I was right.
So that's what that means.
I was right.
Call you, I was right. And it says the WBC has designated WBC lightweight champion Mikey Garcia as emeritus champion.
I was right. What did you say?
Said the WBC has designated WBC lightweight champion Mikey Garcia as emeritus.
I was triple right now. And all that means is whenever he want, if he want to smoke with Haney, he could get it. But maybe he trying to wait to see what's up with Vasil to ask for that smoke on a big fight. Don't know. But I got a cash app. I got a cash app from James Benitez who says, thanks for the content. And he sent us some funds. And that is love, love, love. And you had a triple combo. Wow. You got something coming in, or this just your favorite soundbite?
You hit him with the triple.
Okay. So then I wanted to go to Stainless's song that is being debuted again, courtesy of 704. And it's for the ears of Enrique for the first time. I don't know if you could you do what Stainless has done? I'm challenging all these boxing fans out here who claim to have knowledge, who claim to be lyricists. Do you fools listen to music, or do you just skim through it? Listen to what Stainless said in these bars.
People too. Explain it. Not everybody knows what you're talking about. Radio Raheem, I don't have to explain what's understood, man. You know what I mean by that. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know what I dare you to sit up there and say is explain. You know what I'm talking about, man. He's fighting people. You know we've been fighting 400 and still fighting to this day. To this day. Still fight. To this day. You just sit here and you don't know what I'm talking about?
Stainless. That's what got me, man.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Fight. You remember that time when it was the Galveston Giant, 1913, enslaved white chick man. That 2020 is the same climate. Shout out Sullivan said, I'm never fighting a nigga. Jim Jeffries retired and quoted the sports writers, I'm never fighting that nigga. And Tommy Burns heard saying nigga won't get a turn unless I'm sure to earn the right figure. So tell me what you learned. The great white hope is that I never get a turn. All races due to Ali versus the world.
To this, my name was Cassius Clay. Muhammad Ali.
Cause I am not a slave to General Cassius Clay. Just the land of the free and a home with a paycheck. Ain't that why they called him the greatest? Told him no at his strap. My enemy ain't the Asian. Rumble, young man. I am the greatest. 5 years suspension. Bring on the liberation. The Ali Act. A hero of the generations. Fast forward to when Raheem asked Deontay. And all that frustration, what's understood ain't gotta be explained, man. Black fists in the Olympics, and they did it for Malcolm Martin and Stainless. The assassination of any villain who fit the description of who they chasing. Institutionalization of the fruit of our nation, graduation, probation. George Floyd, Lamar Arbery, Tamir Rice, Breonna Taylor. So I gotta say it in front of pagans, Post reporter, TVB pages.
To this day.
You ain't getting on that beat, Enrique. To this day. You ain't getting on
that
that
shit kind of
beat.
hard.
Is you getting on that beat though? Like
I gotta hear it again. I might be able to get on it. Did I mean get on it?
That could use another verse.
You acting like you can't get on it or something, Chet?
I ain't say I can. I'm just saying I gotta flow with it, so I gotta hear it a second time.
I mean, is you ready for this one? Cause I've been sent you this one. When you gonna give us something? When? When we gonna hear the?
Let it ride.
You've been writing forever. Listen, I don't want to push you. I don't want to don't unveil it if it ain't ready. Keep practicing it in your jog with your headphones on. All that.
Yo, happy birthday, Jessica McCaskill.
That's the dope one I've been thinking about. Let me hear it drop.
Hey, yo, I'm about to rap. Count Drago's super chat. Boosted fight on Loma and Haney on the cards. It's like fighting at the bar. Bottle on your head. Flames like Charizard. Nah, just kidding.
Yo. I move with the swiftness.
Oh.
You gotta be like this. Like the beat, you hear the soul crying. Pop the Ciroc. Que lo será. No. 1, 2.
But anyway, let's see. We got
boomerangs.
Who's up first?
Well, Steve had a boomy.
I know, but his line is my Jimbe. What up?
Yo, hello, okay.
What up?
Yeah, man, I don't know. I like this fight. I think that, like I said earlier, I think it's a 50-50 fight. The size can't give him a problem, but I also think that it's mitigated by the fact that he has Gary has the experience. He is entertaining, man. I mean, say whatever you want about him. The guy is entertaining, and I like that about him. I think that he makes for a great show, for a great guest, and he can make things interesting, at press week or whatever. But yeah, man, that's my call. You have a great one.
All right, Stainless.
Yeah, man, I want to see this Devin Gary fight, man. I think it should be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I have to agree with Stone on it. Pretty much the majority of the callers. So his arm's too short to box a guy. You know what I'm saying? I like Gary Russell. I like the way he talk. I like the way he he think. But I just don't see it. Haven't got too much height, too much reach for him. But you know what I'm saying? Hopefully Steve Wright in the year is still a little too green and maybe he can pull off the upset or you know what I'm saying, get that win. But either way, I'm excited for the fight. And the fact that it happened through new media, as we calling it, that makes it even better. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we can get some of them old dogs out of there and you know what I'm saying, do some new tricks. I still got sick bars for this. I just put them to the side because if somebody gonna spit on it, y'all need to spit on it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man,
Always.
it's too much pressure, man. You coming with too much pressure for these men.
Oh man, cause I mean, he did his verse for Wilder. You know what I'm saying?
We
Like,
need to hear it. I need to hear it.
and we just recording because it was my personal criticism or professional criticism. I thought his energy was a little low, but his bars, you know what I'm saying, info, you know what I'm saying, he's downloading the app, you know what I'm saying, like he working through some technical issues. But that Boxer Bars Hall of Fame is sick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just sick tracks, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ness for inspiring or challenging Stainless to put this stuff together anyway, but it's sick. And I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, you challenge me and I'm just trying to show you, like, it can be done. I mean, it's shown every Saturday now, but I took that as a defense. When you're talking 10 years, you can't get nobody to do a song. All right, then. So I give you 10, you know what I'm saying, to make up for the 10 years. One for each year you didn't get. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. So I got about 3, maybe 4 left to go. That Boom Aye and that Across the Pond with Idris, them going to be my toughest ones, man. But if you got it, man, bring it. You know what I'm saying? Cash Weezy, you want the rest of them, that's got them all, bro. He got the beats. He got the lease agreements, everything. So we Gucci. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to do one, finish that one first and then come for the next. Because
I got to do one at a time, you know. I might have to recycle some bars, but I'm going to do it.
All right, but as I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast because I did that myself.
Yo,
and it's
shout out to you for sharing it on your Instagram too. You know, I reposted you.
Hey, I don't even be on the show. That's the ill shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. That's the ill shit. I don't mean to cut you off. I don't even be on the show. I was at work today. I just saw it was a live show, so I shared it. You know what I'm saying? I got 10 likes, people sharing it and commenting, and I wasn't even on the show. You know what I'm saying? So you can do that too, man. It's just like when I know I'm running over. It's just like giving the iPhone review. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop doing that. Just because you did it once don't mean you can't do it 1,000 times. Now, as I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast because this is CBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you stupid. Shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Chip. Hey man, I know I'm probably gonna go into something a little more somber, but we lost Danny Gonzalez.
I was trying to leave it for the end to get through the last callers.
Then why didn't you say something on the chat?
I mean, you keep hitting.
I'm
me
not
up,
reading your mind.
You see. I'm driving.
I don't see nothing.
Steve, did he disappear?
Oh. Yeah, I'm here.
What up, champ?
Oh man. Hey, shout out to Stainless, man. I'm glad you didn't come to me after that because I was going to tell you show's over. You should end that show, actually, with that Wilder track. But, yeah, I was going to tell you. If you came straight to me, I was going to tell you, nah, man, it's over. I'm done. I wasn't going to follow that. But anyways, hey, I don't know the embarrassed. I was touch up on what you spoke on earlier. The Diamond Belt is the one I was talking about. And I got that from Dan Rafael. He posted that on his Twitter that the Diamond Belt is nothing more than just a trophy. It don't mean anything. Don't do it.
What the hell? Who's that?
It's Bill. It's the
Chip.
Come on, man. What you thought? We thought we wasn't coming through here?
Yeah. I thought it was over. Damn.
Coming to you live from the gym.
Bill, man, I wanted to have you on when Gary was there, man.
Man, listen, you were supposed to send me over the thing. Now, I've been, because the Skype, I just did it from Champ phone. All the other shits they be sending, and it come in regular.
Yeah, because they using a different software.
But you can always text Champ back and tell him we got the WBC 135-pound kingpin of boxing in here right now. You know what I mean? And we got security out here because we holding on to this money. Happens to be 1.5 million, and we ready to see what's happening. You give us how many is that? What is that? You said 96 hours. If they give us 96 hours, we're gonna show back up at your doorstep in 24. Woo!
Let's go,
So
champ.
this
You
a
feel
done
me?
deal then. You telling me this is done. We get in this fight. Nothing first.
I'm telling you, every term that he said on Instagram, every term that he said on live, everything that the people said that he want, we delivered.
Beautiful. So
Stupendous.
what's the working date?
Well, I mean, shit. As soon as he signed that Devin is the right guy for him, you did, yeah.
So
he said he wanted December. He said December 26th was his date. I mean, of course, that's Christmas, and I don't know. I can't. You know, that part of it with the zone and the scheduling, bro. I took it as far as I can take it.
For sure,
for
sure.
Yeah, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what date is competing with what date. You know what I'm saying? Or none of that. But the zone likes to fight. You know, and to get a network that's interested in the fight. Shout outs to, you know what I'm saying, the great Al Heyman, who's given Devin the opportunity to be great by giving him an opponent, or giving him, giving Gary Russell the liberty to discuss, you know what I mean, a fight and a big event with them too. So most definitely shout out to Al Heyman for, you know, making that happen and allowing it to happen, whether it been Gary Russell or Gamboa. People tend to say that you can't make shit happen on different sides of the street, and clearly you see that it's happening.
Wow. So
it's
like you sound completely different than the other day. The other day you almost sounded like you were still going to Gamboa, right? It just sounds like that's it. You really want Gary now.
No. The thing is that when you have the support of your promoter, in terms of picking opponent, because then you know what you're working with in terms of the money. But actually, when you have a network to get behind you, and like the fight, which a network commented on Fanon International, shout out to him for having the platform we were discussing, and they came through and they said the fight was fire. Now, it's one thing to have your partner in Eddie Hearn, or to have a Aram, or a Golden Boy, but actually to have the network itself, whether it be a ESPN or be a Fox, or be it a Dazn in this case, to like the fight and to shoot fire emojis, I knew we was in business. And it wasn't something that I was just pitching no more, that it was something that was real.
That's
hey,
beautiful.
Bill, you said the zone likes to fight. The people want the fight and love the fight. Right. What makes this fight so big for you? Why Gary Russell? Like why do you want this fight versus over Gamboa?
Well, Devin is the youngest champion in boxing, and I mean we were definitely building up and waiting on our turn to the Lomachenko team. You know what I mean? Shout out to them, because they've been paving the way of greatness. But we just always knew that we Devin is something special. You know, and so we've been waiting on line. You know what I mean? We've been waiting in line. Okay, Teofimo said he had a way that was around Devin to get to the line, to get to Lomachenko. We said okay. Devin agreed when he saw Teofimo that both of them got the goods to beat Lomachenko. Both of them agreed on that. You know, so when it came down to it, Gary Russell, who was talking about Terence Crawford. And I mean, you know, he had already did too much. He had already said that he called out, you know, everybody in the 135-pound division, and you know, we talked about him. I mean, and said that, you know, we didn't see nothing special. But then it was a disrespect for you to go to Bud Crawford at 147 pounds and jump over all this work and all this heat at 135. You know what I'm saying? So once Devin said, when he heard it in the media, he said 1.5. He said, Dad, see if you can make that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, you know, of course, let me do it, because I knew that Devin and his brand is strong enough to demand that kind of guy. So we went hunting. We went duck hunting. Now we trying to eat. You know what I'm saying? So we cornered him off, caught him at the 1.5 that he said with Terence Crawford, set up the deal, sent everything over, and now let's see, you know what I'm saying, when do we want to fight? When he gonna sign for it? But you see, we in the gym. As you see, though, we in the gym. You know, Champ is ready.
See that?
You know, Champ work. I do the talking. Anybody that want to know something, you know what I'm saying? I do the talking. Champ do the work, and he perform. He let the hands do my talking.
Man, I'm excited, man. I mean, Bill, man, I guess you already gave some credit to Fanon and shout out to him, but you know, I was talking to Gary earlier, and I was just saying shout out to the fighters using social media, because all the
Right.
platforms. Like, y'all made this happen on your own. So
Yeah, no, that was the only way we can corner him off, is because he was using the same social media platform to create the narrative that Crawford was ducking him. And if you think that Crawford was ducking him at 1.5, we knew that we can get in and corner him off, and we could really catch somebody. You know what I'm saying? We can really catch him. You know what I mean? Because they always run. So we knew then, when you said you went to 147 and you would fight for 115, we knew we got one.
What do you think this does for Devin's career, this fight?
I mean, every fight is a development fight and the defining fight. We take this fight serious and any other fight serious, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, man,
I just know, this is one thing that I know is, there's nothing at 5'4", there's nothing in America, there's nothing in DC that we haven't seen. But one thing that I'm gonna tell you is how can he say he didn't seen Devin when he never been in the ring with a brother before anyway? I mean, come on, man. How you gonna say that you didn't seen this style? Yeah, we didn't seen you. You our fourth brother with that thing. You know that thing? Yeah.
Well, what's that thing? What's that?
Yeah, I'm lost.
You know that thing. You okay? Well, you know when you got that thing, man. That thing that Devin got. That thing that he said earlier to you. He said, what did he say? He said,
he said he
haven't seen him. He said, wait a minute. He said, no. He said Devin has never seen something like him.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's midget. The thing.
A midget.
Oh, you terrible.
Oh. Yeah, they calling him dinosaur arms or
a midget. No. Because I got to get on here and say the hard shit. I got to get on here and say the tough shit, the shit that y'all don't want to say. But when somebody tells you and says, "Oh, well, Devin ain't never seen," and you said Devin ain't never seen, he done been in there with everybody in the country, everybody, you name it. Listen, he beat the shit out of your last opponent in the gym. So I mean, but when you say, I thought he was talking about that thing, like that thing that he has. And I'm saying, well, we got that thing too. You ain't seen us. You know that thing. Oh no! Oh, you don't know about that thing.
I kind of think I know what you mean by that thing, like that magic, that thing, that Miss Lauryn Hill thing, like.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, he. But in all seriousness, though, it was once again another disrespect on the part of Gary Russell, where we slided and said that we agreed that he is the toughest opponent on paper to Devin. We don't think that with the last opponent, which no one gave credit for, Alfredo Santiago, who had a bunch of amateur wins, who was undefeated, strong, that was coming, and a lot of that opponent, why we picked him, was initially picking so we can have some size, so we can see what these Luke Campbells and all that other stuff was of the world, because he was supposed to have been next. Call opponent, Ryan, Teofimo was saying Nakatani gave him problems. So shit, what we going to do is we going to put, as you develop in a fighter, we going to put him in there with a tall guy. You know what I'm saying? And let him get accustomed to it. I mean, that's in development. And then, as in Gary, Gary possessed some things and some speeds and both him and Gamboa possess those things that get you to that pay-per-view level, that get you to that superstar status. So it didn't matter who came. We just wanted somebody to come.
Well, I mean, at this point, man, I'm just hoping that the contract gets signed to send back, man. I think the hard work is done.
Contract been signed on this end.
Well, I mean, his end, he said, I seen Haney tweeted about 2 hours ago that y'all just sent it, so,
anytime if somebody told me that they had some millions for me somewhere, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't take me long, because I don't want the people to get robbed for the money. It's a pandemic.
Yeah, but he got to put that contract in front of his lawyers and Al. They got to see it first.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
But I'm sure. Listen, things are moving. Things are moving fast.
What you told me? He gave me 96. He gave me 96 hours.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Bill. We don't want no timelines. Let the man get his time to look it over with his people and make their decision. Don't rush it. It's good. We good.
No disrespect. Listen, don't let the people
fool you. I like the family. I like them. When I'm talking about it, I'm talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he wants, listen, we sent over a great situation. You know what I'm saying? And we hope that something comes about it. But I
That's
mean, do y'all
beautiful.
want me on here?
Just the
Do
fact
y'all
that you
want me
said
on
it's
here?
a great situation, I'm glad. I'm glad that you think it's a great situation, which means he won't feel, any less than that.
Right.
Absolutely.
And he was on here saying he wants to
Absolutely.
fight.
But no, I want to fight. But y'all sit up and say that you keep letting him say over and over again, I'm going to beat his little ass. Wait a minute. You don't have ain't nothing about you bigger than him. You're not.
But that's
bigger
why
than
we
him.
wanted you here. I can't be
Listen,
jumping
okay, well
in
let me
there.
tell you. Let me show you.
Well,
You're
that's
not
him
bigger
just
than him.
talking shit too, though.
Yeah, but he's not bigger than him. Look, he's not bigger than him with size. Hold on. You see him? You see the size?
Yeah.
He's not bigger in size.
What up,
He not-
Haney?
or money.
Oh.
Let's go, champ.
Or money. That's why he put it up.
Damn. Boy, I feel you. I
At
thought
21. At 21. And we can't let it be true. He ain't hunting. He ain't hunting. You ain't hunting. You done got hunted.
Oh.
I mean, you
You done
guys
got
are.
hunted. No. Your story is over with. Your story of never having nobody to fight. Before you got out the ring, before you retired, you had somebody that wanted to fight. You had somebody who was going to pay you. And he was a 21-year-old stud.
Oh! But what?
Yeah, so
I wanna-
kill that part of the legacy. That part is done. Don't talk about Terence Crawford no more. Don't talk about it ain't nobody else to fight. You know what I'm saying? That's over with. Change the narrative. The money is over there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, if you need to go over there and help, Ness, if you need to go over there and help and look it over, you know what I'm saying? By all means, I'm going to send you an Uber and you go over there too.
Ness got to look that shit over.
Nah,
Yeah,
he got
I don't
out. He got out.
Do you think I did this in front of the boxing world so this shit could be all right? You dig what I'm saying? Ain't nothing slick to a can of oil. We never robbed nobody in our life. We don't rob niggas. We invite you over, pay you, and then shoot you in your fucking face.
Wow. Well,
damn, you just
we pay you to come over here. We pay you to come over here and then murk you.
Bill, does this fight go 12 rounds? That's the question.
I mean, every fight is scheduled for 12 rounds. Does it go round? 12 rounds is scheduled for 12, ain't it?
I'm saying, because Earl, when he fought Mikey.
I'm saying, listen. At the end of the day, we will be the winners for sure at this level. You don't be around this motherfucker capping. You know what I'm saying? When if the motherfucker got knocked out before? So let's knock out all that shit. You feel me? You talking to a real G.
Well,
listen,
you are calling them. You and your son are using the word beat his little ass.
Bet your
Y'all
money.
both using that.
This is a 50-50 fight. Bet your money. Now, I'm taking all bet your money. It's a 50-50 fight.
Right. Hey, Bill, it's scheduled for 12, but do you want to make a statement and end it before 12, before 6?
No, we want to punish him. No, we want to punish him.
So you want it to go 12?
That motherfucker. No, we want to punish him. We want to beat him up around there. We want to give y'all a good night where y'all just seen you know what I mean? Yeah, running from pillar to post.
Okay. All right.
Like the big man say he is.
Wow.
Yo, Mike Tyson had a 71-inch reach. Lennox Lewis had 84-inch reach. He lost. You think that the reach is the factor that he got no chance against Devin Haney? Or is it just pure skills?
Zero chance. When you talk about skills, we talk about everything. Devin does everything. You compare everything to what Gary does. All you do is just, if you want to go home and you want to sit down and you want to compare the shit, then that's it. You just do that.
Okay.
He does everything better than him.
Right.
No, you tell me one thing that Gary does better than Devin.
Me personally, as a fan of boxing, I press pause on a TV and I say, damn, Gary Russell he could do everything. I do the same thing with Devin Haney, press pause, and I say the same thing. I'm like, damn, he's pitching perfect, in position to land this punch, however. So it is a 50-50 fight.
It's a big fight,
I
man. But listen.
I give Devin Haney the speed and slickness advantage. That's what I give him.
Who came looking for who?
Russell came looking for y'all.
You said when? When did he come looking?
Oh, I thought Russell was looking for y'all. I'm sorry. I'm like in section C right now in the MGM.
Oh, okay. I see. That's what I'm saying is I want you to clear and understand this. We have a voluntary defense. We already have Gamboa. We already have situations. Y'all said that y'all didn't like it, right?
Yeah.
If you like Gary, we came looking for him.
Gary.
Yeah,
Gary's a better situation than Gamboa.
But
I said we came looking for Gary.
That's a beautiful situation, man. What you did?
Say Devin looking for Gary.
Okay, Devin looking for Gary is the best.
I'm talking about Ness.
I mean, you don't even gotta say that. He's hosting the fight, Bill. Like Devin is the one offering the fight.
No, wait. See, now you want to change the narrative. No one has ever looked for Gary. Ness. No one in his history has ever looked for Gary.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yes. Devin is calling out Gary. Absolutely.
Yes, Devin is looking and hunting for Gary.
The guy that says he can't get fights, Devin is trying to give him a fight. Absolutely.
Can't get fights.
Yeah, say it.
By a 21-year-old guy who's looking for him, who says that that's not how this should go. Not about you. Not in our era. Now I don't know, but in our era, you wasn't. Hey, listen, they wasn't ducking you like that in our era.
Mm-hmm. No, listen.
They was ducking Devin.
He definitely can't get a fight, and y'all gave him one. But it's a good fight, believe me.
Absolutely.
Believe me, it's a good fight. People are gonna respond to it well, and you can tell that they already are just by the numbers across all the platforms you've been on. You see the reaction. The reaction ain't gonna be the same for Gamboa. Now, Gamboa might have whatever Gary don't got, but y'all gonna make fireworks together.
Hey, listen. No, this is the Devin Haney show.
Mm-hmm.
By all means, it's the Devin Haney show. We pick who y'all want. If we can't get who y'all want, because they don't want to get in there, then shit. But it's still the Devin Haney show. You dig? Pull my coat when I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, pull my sweater when I ain't wearing no coat. You feel me? I like Gamboa. This is why I like Gamboa, is because you gotta like the motherfuckers that step up.
I mean, Bill, at 38, is he stepping up or is he securing the bag for his family? He 38. He know it's the end.
Listen, and what is Gary doing?
Gary looking for money and legacy, because he can make more than 1.5.
If you really look, Ness, if you really looking for that shit, walk through the Lions Den when you're 21, not 32. Come through the Lions Den like you hunting at 21, nigga.
That's what I be saying. When you do it,
come through
in a shorter amount of time.
Where you don't need it, everybody else is the biggest. Listen, everybody else is turning it down. They acting like they don't hear him. The great Crawford, what's the boy? Tank Davis. Man, you done said Tank so many times that we got tired of hearing you say Tank. You feel me? And then when you said the Crawford, come on, man. We got to have some respect for this shit and keeping it clean.
Yeah, I would have loved to have y'all on together, man. Just to hear what them conversations. Just to hear, man, because I know.
Hey, Bill, I like how you called it a 50-50 fight still, though.
He don't believe
50-50 fights is the one we get paid from.
You don't believe it's 50-50, Bill. You know that.
Do you believe it's 50-50?
No, 50 fights is the one 50-50 fights.
You don't believe that, Bill.
Hey, man, what do you do? Ness, what is this all about? I'm here promoting a great fight that's a 50-50 fight.
But look, the last time I had you on was a few days ago, last week. I told you guys are in a win-win. He the one moving up. You know what I'm saying?
You said it's a win-win. Why?
Because he the one moving up. You going to be the favorite. You hosting the fight. So I told you from the beginning, this is a great fight.
It's a win-win for him, right? Because he comes up. He can come up to 47. He can come up to 35. But
he got to beat you first.
But listen, no, man, he gonna lose, and then he gonna still have his belt at 35, man. I mean, I'm at 26, man. Ain't nothing we can do with no 26-pound belt.
Yeah, but
We don't want that shit.
it ain't the same.
That's why I told him, listen, drop that motherfucker. If you like that, drop it, and then come up. No,
Hell
you
no.
keep
Who
it.
dropping their belt? Ain't nobody dropping their belt.
Lomachenko, Ness.
What? He dropped the belt not to fight. That's different. That's different.
That's
even
different.
Mikey,
No, that's not
even Mikey
different.
took emeritus status. You don't just drop
Hey,
a
listen.
belt, man.
Hey, to all the youngsters that's listening, to all the dads, and to all the coaches and shit like that, when you drop that belt, I mean, you pick it up and look at the position we in now with the belt. Do you see what I'm saying? You see what we can do to see the kind of fights we make, see who's interested, so we would never drop the belt.
Exactly.
You got to come take this shit from us.
Definitely. I love it, man. Look, I ain't gonna hold you. We happy.
Thank you, brother.
We happy
Thank
to
you,
hear that
brother.
the fight is official, man. All we
Yo,
want
Bill,
him
you
to
the
do is
man.
shine. You the man.
You the man. That was a good ass interview.
Champ. Look at
There
the
go
champ.
Devin Haney, the champ, future of boxing.
Working.
He gonna hold
You
boxing.
know, it's official like the shirt and the whistle, man. I'll tell you what, man, we'll talk soon. Now, but no, I got something special for you.
What up?
I got something special for you.
What
You
you
got a couple minutes?
Hell yeah.
You gonna
Okay,
spit
hold
a
on.
line?
Okay, no other than, hold on, here we go.
Oh, Floyd.
You don't want to tussle, Mr. Gary Russell. If you on the phone, you better run from Devin Haney and leave it alone. Your arms is too short to box with Lord Devin Haney God. Kevin Hart play, nigga. Nobody playing with you. Which one of y'all kin to him? You short too? Midget play. And you want Lord Devin Haney, the fastest man alive, smoke, cook, bake. You dig? And after he get rid of you, understand me, take the belt from Teofimo Lomachenko on any day. I ain't gonna say too much for you. Too much Gary Russell. And one of you got too much of tanks in your mouth. Condom takes, nigga.
I ain't got a shovel, but I can dig it.
Yeah,
Hey,
I see.
Listen.
You in Vegas
We don't
right
care
now?
nothing about- listen, yeah. Yeah, hey. This, my team, we don't care about nobody, man. We over this motherfucker tripping. We got respect for y'all. We got respect for what y'all doing. We get a chance to showcase it. Look, we in this gym. You know what I'm saying? We're thankful that you showcase the work. You showing behind the scenes. We got a chance to make this fight happen, man.
For sure,
on the
man.
platform, shout out for Nan, Trill, 7-8, Fred, Boxing Voice. Man, I mean, Blue Blood.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
You know what I mean? And
That's what I was saying, man. Y'all made the rounds. Y'all went on everybody. Y'all put this out there, man. Y'all made this happen. I'm just happy that it really is happening. You know, and it just because so many promoters like to say fights don't happen on social media. This is proof that a fight can happen on social media. So I'm happy.
All right, bro. Well, listen. Thank you for having me on here. You know what I'm saying. Shout out to you guys. Don't forget. I didn't want to forget Champ Side, World Combat. You know what I'm saying. And I gotta leave my guy, the last. H Money, Mr. Dazn. Everybody give him a give him a round of applause right now. Give a round of applause, can we? All right, thank you, brother. Hey, y'all have a good one.
All right, Bill, man, take it
Shout out
easy.
to you, Bill, man. The opposite of love is I don't care. He just said we don't care about nobody. So he don't got love for nobody.
Listen, it's war, man. It's war time. When you take a big fight, it's so, and that's what I'm saying for both of them. The talking is done. It's like that's it, you know.
Yo, and I like that style of interview he just gave us. It was just like freestyle off the top, just conversation, man. And you know, Devin Haney wants to offer his head. So I learned so much from his interview more than I did Gary's. Gary wants it, but damn, I just can't give it to Gary.
What you mean can't give like the win?
I just can't like the 50-50. I'm not giving it a 50-50. I think it's more like a 60-40.
Definitely maybe. Speaking of
or maybe 45, 45-55, it's not that low of a percentage, but it's
I'm with
not.
Scat Rants. If negotiations were public, we would get more fights because the fire would be held to that fire. You understand?
Right.
So
right.
you know, when we not privy to the information, they get to tell us whatever. Like, oh, he outpriced it. He asked for $10 million. We don't know. What can we do?
Well, this one was that 1.5, and the conversation was based off of that. Right? He went up to 2, then it was like, 1.5. So it's negotiation, man. You gotta take what you get. It's still high, you know. You can't always get high. And like you said, he hosting the fight.
Let me get to Davidian.
Damn, super. My bad, champion.
Davidian. Just listening. All right. Well, Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. That is it. This has been a long one.
Yo, copy and paste the YouTube link and share it on your social media platform. Yo, tag me on Twitter, TBV_casual fan, and I will definitely like and retweet from my boxing fan apparel Twitter handle, as well as my TBV_casual fan Twitter handle, and do the same for the boxing voice. Go ahead, Ned.
Word, John Page on the super chat. Before we go, never leave a man behind. This is Batman. What's up, Bill? Ain't no ducks over here. John, I know you probably wanted us to read that while we were there, but sometimes, you know, it's kind of hard to jump in with the super chat. Shout out to Super Max as well. Bill Haney for president. Great to hear from Bill. Pretty sure Bill's probably still listening. So yeah, Bill, they want you for president.
That was like a movie though. Him jumping on after a Gary Russell interview.
I heard.
Bro, he swooped in like an eagle.
I heard all the background noise. And I'm like, what the hell? And he's like, yo, what you mean? It's me. I'm like, oh, snap. Because I forgot I had sent them the link, but like they ain't jump on. But
I thought you was communicating with him, because sometimes you like start texting, your head is down. I thought that's who you were dealing with.
I mean, I was, but I told you that they ain't hit me back since 7:45. So he had all the info in the link. It just, you know, he said they was coming on, and then, you know, it took that long, I guess. But he told me to text that number from now on, because they don't have a Skype. That's what it is. So I could do it on that one. And then
he don't got the Skypey.
But that was dope. That was the dopest format of interview ever, if you ask me.
I mean, you been gone, man. You ain't been done an interview in a while.
But wait a minute, Enrique, you was not really a casual today. Like, I liked your whole flow of questions. And
Enrique was coming with the fueguillo. Yo, shout out to King Amin. Shout out to East Boston Boxing. Shout out to Coach Rivera, Coach Myers. Shout out to the heavyweight Jeremiah Milton and Ringwalk Danny. You know,
yes, Ringwalk Danny, I know you.
Yeah, you know, all of them shared the show. And you know, Ringwalk Danny is in Jeremiah Milton, Justin Gambler, Coach Larry Wade, Keller Plant Jim. If you a Patreon, we put the posts so you can ask those fighters and coaches a question. Hopefully you got to that, because that was happening today about 2 hours ago. So yeah. Shout out to Stainless, shared twice. I posted all the ones you shared, champ. You know you got that tag already. Davidian says he's ready. What up?
Davidian.
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
What up, Joe? What up, Joe?
What's up? Nah, I was just gonna say, great show. I like that joint from Stainless. That joint was sweet. I ain't even gonna lie. I like that a lot.
Spitting a verse to it?
Nah, hey, that's not me.
Let's go, champ.
Nah. But that is sweet, though. I don't know. I like that beat and everything. That's cool. He killed that one.
Yeah, man, that shit flames.
But yeah, Gary Russell, I want to see that fight. That's all I want to see that fight. I like Gary Russell, and that's going to be cool, you know. Because I like Devin Haney too, but I want to see him versus Gary Russell. So it seemed like it's happening. So, because Bill's on there, so it was a cool little interview. He was like freestyling on that joint. But yeah, I don't know. Love the show. And God bless.
Bless up Davidian,
Champ.
Niagara Falls.
Champ in Niagara Falls. That's right. Yo, it's over, fellas. Catch you on the next one. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Arrivederci. Don't forget, you can hit the thumbs up in the future, the present, the past. You can share the show right now, later, tomorrow, the day after. You know, it's going to help with the visibility. Speaking of helping with the visibility, man, Word is Born is working. Boomerang, Stonebone, it's working. Listen, I just got hit up. All we got to do now is secure Terrell Geisha, but Lubin and Kevin Cunningham want to come on, but they want to come on with Geisha. So I need Geisha.
Stupendous.
I need Geisha to give me the green liddy for tomorrow. I'm doing it like that. Trying to get it done tomorrow night because we ain't got no guests for the evening. We only got a morning guest, Melissa Odessa, out that Havoc Advisory. I mean, but yeah, Stonebone, Boomerang.
What up? What up? Yeah, you was about to come to me. He right after Steve and Bill jumped in there, man, and blessed us with a nice little check on history, man. It was Devin that jumped out there and said, "Oh, you want to fight somebody? Hey, you want to fight?" Like you walked in the bar, like anybody say something, I'ma slap him. And Devin jumped up, yelling, throwing glasses, everything. He asked for that action, man. And listen, Al didn't put up the money. The Zone did, so it's only right that the fight happened on the Zone. If Al would have gave $2 million or 1.5 or whatever the money for Devin to do that fight, maybe it would have happened that way. And I just wanted to finish that game we was playing for you hang up. We was playing earlier. Like, listen, when you try to dismiss other guys saying like, "Oh, he won a vacant title, so he ain't really that champ like that," or well, who did he unify? He didn't. Not you. I'm talking about Gary. I'm talking about Gary. Words from his mouth when I said you lost your vacant title shot. And then, so I'm just like, all right, well, let me look at BoxRec. So since Gary lost his first title shot and then he won his second title shot, who did he fight for that title? You know? So I'm like, let me go to BoxRec and do a little a minor investigation. I was like, okay, he fought Johnny Gonzalez, 57-8. That's who Gary Russell beat for his title.
Yeah, no, whoa, yeah, but nah. See, you don't know Johnny. You said Johnny.
No, Johnny wasn't good. He knocked out.
He knocked out Mares. So remember, he was the champ. It wasn't no vacant title. He beat the man to beat the man. That ain't his fault that he knocked out Mares, or else Gary would have fought Mares. But Johnny knocked him out. Johnny, hold on, Johnny. You got to remember, Johnny knocked him out, and then Mares did not want the rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's.
Hey, but Ness, like I always say, I was standing there when they were saying, "Bud, you got to fight the real Russian in Troyanovsky," and then Ndongo knocked out Troyanovsky. How it ain't Bud fault that Ndongo knocked out the supposedly good Russian and Troyanovsky, and he had to unify with Ndongo. So every time we throw these little scenarios and play these games, it always fall down on somebody else. So. That's all I'm saying.
That's
Russell.
what I said.
Get ready for Lord Haney, because that's about to be. You think you had trouble with a Lil Loma? You about to have problems with baby God Lord Haney. Facts. See y'all in the morning.
For sure. Hey,
damn, my man's a lord.
They been that dude been calling him that.
Lord Haney. Next up,
yo, who was that dude? I thought he was gonna take us to Floyd. That was gonna be dope.
I think that was one of the trainers in my not.
Yeah. I remember him because he had the Versace chain.
Who was that?
That's the hype man. They've been having.
Oh snap!
But
I thought he was gonna hook off on me through the phone.
I don't want to call him just the hype man. Like his name is, I think Church. Right? One of y'all probably correct me on that.
He got that energy though. Yeah, man. Hey, we had a lot of people tuning in today. We appreciate y'all for real. Word. You know, we were supposed to do our
shout out to our
programming.
patrons, man. Shout out to our patrons. I know we sacrificed the Patreon show for this live show, and I hope that don't get y'all upset. I hope y'all also enjoyed this. I know today was supposed to be making up Untitled. We're gonna do that tomorrow. Tomorrow we gonna do that.
Yo, but even though
you
Bill
free
Haney,
tomorrow? You free tomorrow at 7?
Yeah, I'm free tomorrow. Bill Haney was very much untitled, and so was Gary Russell.
No,
you know
dog. I wish you would have been with. Well, not really you, do me, cause you don't smoke. But it would have been dope. Like when I met Bill, I chilled with him all night, bro. We smoked hella joints. You know he in Vegas. They live in Vegas, so
Yeah, recreation. Yo,
TBV Unplugged.
They said F the loop. Oh shit! I told them tomorrow, man. I hope that don't happen. I said tomorrow by mistake.
Come on, Chamberlain.
Tomorrow's not Thursday. Tomorrow's only Wednesday. But that's
Who
still
you
alright.
tomorrow?
That's still alright, kinda.
If you tuned in for the
could
first
just push
time,
I could just push it to Thursday. I'm gonna push it to Thursday. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna tell Gashay first for
and
Thursday.
you liked what you saw and heard, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That bell ain't shaking. You ain't baking with us in the morning. And every other time we go live, right, Cash Weezy?
Yeah, man. Another angle, man. If you copy and paste the link inside your social media platform, you would definitely get a retweet or what they call that when you do it on Instagram.
James Benitez
repost
with the cash app.
And you get exposed to more people.
Word.
And you could do it to me on TBV_casual fan. That's my Twitter. And I would definitely like and relink. And I got like artists, female girls, and boxing fans. And you might get a couple follow backs. So you trying to grow with me, man. I'm with you. Relink, repost. TBV_casual fan. As the same thing for the boxing voice. Spit that out, Ness.
You already know Doomatron on IG. Alex
Doomatron?
Doomatron. I'm getting the Doomatron lately, so I'm gonna stick with that. That's when I just transform into the Doomatron champ.
That's pretty dope.
It gets dangerous, but nah, just kidding. Catch me on IG. Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ. Twitter, Alex Linus TBV, and TikTok. I don't know if I'm going back, but yeah, you can catch me on there. Yeah. And listen,
what is up with you with this TikTok, bro?
I don't know, man, but I know that you know what's going on. We've been talking about.
Yo, you on there dancing? Like you there dancing, shadow boxing?
Oh yeah,
like,
I don't really like this. I don't really like to say this no more. But I mean, but Cash, I got moves, Cash.
Okay, I know you said the same thing about rap, and you rapping now.
You know what I'm saying? Cash, I got moves, Cash. You know what I'm saying? Dance man, champ.
Yo, most boxers have moves. You know what I'm saying?
When we in the boxing gym, you already know the type of music we be having, that rhythm, like
Yeah. That's why Caleb Plant have so much soul,
Say, and they're snapping your fingers. So I got soul, Chamberlain, but I know that behind the scenes we've been talking about it. I know that's knows what we've been talking about. We lost a young fighter in the boxing community, Danny Gonzalez. He had signed with Floyd Mayweather in 2016, and it was just really unfortunate. Dan Rafos, did a piece on it earlier today, actually a couple hours ago. It just came out, and I'm just gonna read a little bit about him, something that's short. Just for those that don't know who we're talking about, it was unbeaten prospect Danny Gonzalez, who had signed with Mayweather Promotions in 2016. Unfortunately, he was shot and killed on Labor Day. Officials confirmed it. And this is according to TMZ. The 22-year-old, and Kei Kimura earlier, I think was the morning show, Nest. He expressed his feelings on that and his condolences to the family. And he was 22 years old from Moreno Valley, California. And around 9 o'clock on September 7th, someone approached the fighter and just opened fire. The Riverside County Sheriff's Department says deputies and paramedics responded to the scene where Gonzalez was pronounced dead. And 2 teenagers who were with Gonzalez were transported to a nearby hospital where they were treated for non-life-threatening injuries, officials say. An investigation is underway, but at the moment, no suspects have been identified, and cops say they have not determined a motive. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman commented on the tragic news Tuesday, saying, "We are very sad to report the tragic death of boxer and top prospect Danny Gonzalez. We send our deepest condolences and prayers to the Gonzalez family at this hard time. May Danny rest in eternal peace." Gonzalez signed with Mayweather Promotion when he was only 18 years old, and at the time, Mayweather raved about the kid, quoting, "There are certain times when you know you've just struck gold, and this is one of them," Mayweather said in 2016 when he signed him. Floyd praised Gonzalez's incredible amateur record, quoted, of 96-13, and called him a force to be reckoned with. Gonzalez only had 3 professional fights before taking a time away from the sport in 2017, but earlier this year, he posted on social media suggesting a comeback could be in the works. And unfortunately, that will not happen now. And, again, from us here in the TBV community to the family of Danny Gonzalez and to those who loved him and, knew him, may you rest in peace. You'll always be remembered.
Have a good night, ladies and gents. See you at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. West Coast, 7 a.m. Central and Mountain Standard Time.
Yes, indeed. Peace.
Cheers. Love each other, help each other, have empathy. We're only here for a small time, guys.
We here forever.